All right, my brothers, welcome to Monday Night Raw. We are about 20 minutes away from the show kicking off, and we are here early. That's right, earlier than usual. And yeah, it should be a good Raw. I was just looking at the match card. It seems like it could be a good Raw. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the wrestling that we saw last night, but it certainly looks like it could be a good Raw. One second. I was just looking at the match card while preparing the graphic and stuff for tonight's Raw. And obviously, this is what we have for tonight's show. We got the preview for Raw tonight. We got Sami Zayn, who is going to be taking on Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. It's going to be a triple threat match, a Money in the Bank qualifier match, triple threat. So I believe that could be the main event of the night. It seems like it could be the one that be closing the show. Then we got Rusev, of course. Rusev is going to be taking on Akira Tozawa. Now, this is a match that I don't think that people care about, and they should not care about the match either because, obviously due to right reasons. Like, who has cared about Akira Tozawa ever since forever, right? So, yeah, this makes no sense. I don't know why Rusev has been paired up with Akira Tozawa. I'm not sure where they're headed with this whole Rusev run right now because right now it seems irrelevant. But we're going to find out what happens tonight. Of course, Rusev is taking on Akira Tozawa. Only his second match ever since he's come back. It's only his second match. That's another thing to be noted. And then we got the tag team titles that are actually going to be defended tonight. They are going to be defended in a triple threat match, a triple threat tag team match. It's going to be the New Day versus the War Raiders versus American Made. Triple threat tag team for the tag team titles. It takes place tonight, and then we've got another men's Money in the Bank qualifier, and Chad Gable versus two luchadors. It's going to be Chad Gable versus Penta versus Dragon Lee in a triple threat match for the Money in the Bank qualification. So we'll see how that goes. That also takes place tonight live on Raw. So once again, for those who missed it, this is what the show looks like tonight. That's right. So hopefully everybody's doing well and having a good time. Great seeing all of you. I see my brother Ricky is already right here in the chat. Great seeing you, Ricky. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. One second. I'm going to get my chat over here on this screen so it's easier to read. Just one second. All right. So we're here. All right, good stuff. I see Ricky is here. I see Chris right here. Good to see everybody. Welcome, Mrs. Gar. Good to see you. Ricky says you saw brother Jonathan doing on the group. I see Jonathan posting a lot on group chat, and there seems like some kind of a conspiracy going up against us, Ricky. From Jonathan. Very shocking. What can I say? That's all I can say. But thanks to True for sharing some great stuff on the chat, right? Great stuff from True, that's for certain. We got David here. David, welcome. He says, hey, hello, AJ. Liv Morgan is returning. So apparently she is returning tonight. And there's a lot of excitement out there because obviously people were thinking that Dominic is going to be paired up with Roxanne Perez. And then we're going to be seeing the whole cycle that we saw earlier with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. But this time around, it's going to be Liv Morgan in Rhea Ripley's shoes. And we're going to get Roxanne Perez as the new person who is going to be paired up with Dominic. So, of course, just a week later, Liv Morgan is over here coming back. So we'll see how this goes, if this love triangle actually takes place, or it's going to be a one-way street with Liv Morgan. We're going to find out tonight. Once again, we got Jonathan right here. He says, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to issue some discipline. I don't know why would you do that to me, though, Jonathan? I mean, I understand doing it to Ricky like he needs it, really needs it. But to me, I don't know why. Why would you do that? We got Nigel. Good to see you, Nigel. Welcome. Great seeing you. Much love. And we got Mad Pro Smoke. Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Who got the smoke? Mad Pro Smoke got the smoke. That's right. That's what we're talking about right here. And Chris says that tomorrow Jim Ross is going to have surgery. That's right, he is. And, he's ruled out any kind of retirement. He says he's not going to retire. He's going, he's going there with his heads up. He's confident. He's a fighter, and he'll fight through once again. So sending our best wishes, obviously, to Jim Ross. And we got Ricky saying, I don't know, Jonathan, why put me that list. I love bad. I know you do, Ricky. So you deserve it, but not me. I mean, I never showed any love for any kitties, So now You're right about that. Totally right about that, Ricky. 100%. Prayers go out to JR, Jim Ross. What a guy. What a fighter this guy has been. He's seen his highs, he's seen his lows, but one thing's for sure, the guy always keeps his heads up. And he said that he's not going to retire. He's entering surgery tomorrow, but he said, I'm not retiring. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back stronger. And I'm pretty sure he'll come back stronger than ever. Nigel says JR is a warrior. He will get through. He's a total warrior, absolute warrior, without a doubt. He's seen situations like these many times in his life. He's always fought and fought hard. So as I say, fight, fight, fight. He's gonna come back strong. We got Chris over here saying Roxane is gonna be in the Judgment Day to help Liv Morgan turn face. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that works out. How is she gonna turn Liv Morgan face? Interesting. We got Jonathan says, Ricky, you and True are in. Wow, thank you for that, Jonathan. Really appreciate that. My brother True right here in the chat. Good to see you, True. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And can you believe that? This is not parallel universe. This is our world. And in this world, I am here 20 minutes earlier than the show, before the show. But this is the new reality, guys. This is the new AJ. Like, I'm going to be here early, like 20, 30 minutes before the show. This is the new AJ, I'll tell you that. That's right. We got, by the way, there's a conspiracy theory going on right now in the WWE. Actually, it's a fan conspiracy theory, but it's picking up a lot of steam on social media. And this theory suggests that the John Cena that we have right now is not the real John Cena. According to this theory, after the Firefly Funhouse, Cena disappeared momentarily. So the Cena that we have right now is actually the NWO Cena, who actually briefly appeared during the whole Firefly Funhouse match. So this right now is apparently a parallel universe or an NWO version of Cena, not the real John Cena we all love. But he's gonna fight and he's gonna come back. I'm not sure if this is ever gonna happen, because you know what? I was reading through the whole theory, and I'll tell it to you right now. 1 second. We have the theory over here. Who sent it to me? Yeah. So I got a theory right here, right? So I was just scrolling through it, and there's so much stuff, so much to read and everything. And I was like, wow, that's a long theory. I don't even know if the WWE writers think so much or think so creatively. So just for that reason, I don't think that the theory is actually real, or if it's actually going to happen, because there's no way that the WWE writers think so much or so deeply to present a storyline. So I don't think it's going to happen. That's right. We got True saying it's the real Cena, Felix Anthony Cena. That's right, John Felix Anthony Cena, the real name of John Cena right there. Indeed. And Jonathan says, I already miss Drew McIntyre. Wow. Wow, he's got to be gone for a bit though. He's not coming back very quickly. How long AJ be here earlier all the time? AJ might be sleeping early. Well, yeah, I can't make promises on my bedtime, but I do wake up early now. It seems Cena's next few fights will not be title matches. Yeah, it would make it very, 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 very unpredictable, very predictable. I'm sorry, if all the Cena matches were going to be title matches and all of them, would have ended with John Cena winning, then we'd know that, okay, he's going to win every single match leading up to December. So, it was important for them to make some of them non-title matches, such as the one, of course, coming up at Money in the Bank. That's got to be a non-title match. We got Logan right here. Logan, welcome. Great seeing you. And Logan says, hello, Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm is the biggest women's match in AEW history. Mercedes delivers the best in-ring performance, and Toni Storm brings the greatest storytelling and character work. Without a doubt, Toni Storm is fantastic when it comes to character work and storytelling. And Monet, we already know Monet very well as well. So, yeah, it will be a nice match. It will be a great match for certain. Yep. That'd be funny, Rick. Yeah, I don't know, but R-Truth obviously is heartbroken It was funny that they came out with a John Cena version of a R-Truth merchandise. That was quite funny. That was really funny. But I find it really absurd that John Cena shows up every single night with a new T-shirt, with a new merchandise, a new hat, new wristbands, all of that stuff. And I feel bad for the parents out there who have to buy their children, a new John Cena shirt every single time he comes out with a new shirt. Like, there's got to be kids out there that are pressing their parents to buy them the latest John Cena gear. And so I feel bad for them. My heart goes out to those parents. I always think of them every time Cena comes out with a new shirt. Like, that's got to be heavy on their pockets. We got Jonathan says, well, there is one trend Cena is doing, kicking people in the crown jewels and hitting them with the belt. That's right. It's actually funny when he does it because, you'd never think about John Cena doing something like that. So whenever he kicks them in the crown jewels, it's always funny to me. Becky versus Bailey discussed for Evolution 2. It's so funny. Wait a second. Do I have the video for it? 1 second, guys. I probably deleted it. Since you mentioned Evolution 2, right? It's the funniest shit ever. Wait. Yeah, don't. Oh, I do have the video. Perfect. 1 second. This is the funniest thing ever. And this is not the first time either that Nikki Bella has said something and then she's like, oh, I never said that. It's not the first time. She said this. She's done this before, and I have firsthand experienced it. But let's take a look at it again. This is about Evolution 2. Let's take a look at Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and the Evolution 2 controversy around them. Let's take a look. 1 second.
Evolution 2 is coming up.
Evolution
so
2, and
maybe
I
the
get
Total
it.
Divas come together.
Yes.
How much fun would that be?
Oh my gosh.
Even a
that would be-
SummerSlam moment, New York.
You're right.
you know?
Yeah, Total Divas. We take it all the way to New York.
I would love that.
I did not confirm the Evolution pay-per-view. The thing that I was saying that I'm going to be a part of in July, I just need to kill this because I see it everywhere.
And it bothers her because
I'm
so many
in a
people-
movie and I can't announce it yet, but it's a movie that I'm in July. I didn't want to say the movie part, but now I feel like I have to say it because everyone thinks I'm confirming Evolution when
Come
I
on,
was-
Marks.
All right, Brie. Look at her. She is on one. But anyways.
Evolution 2 is coming up.
Evolution
so
2, and
maybe
I
the
get
Total
it.
Divas come together.
Yeah.
So, did you see that? Like, they literally confirmed that, okay, Evolution 2 is coming up, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go to SummerSlam in New York, New Jersey, we're gonna do that. And then a couple weeks later, Nikki Bella out there saying, I did not confirm Evolution 2. I'm in a movie, for God's sake. I didn't want to tell you, but I'm in a movie. And Brie Bella has the audacity to call the fans marks. The fans who care enough to listen to their podcast are called marks, are insulted by Brie Bella because apparently Nikki and Brie Bella confirmed Evolution 2. The fans caught on it and they didn't like it. What the hell? First you make a mistake and then you throw it on the fans. They tell the fans are jumping to conclusions. You call them marks. Like, what are you doing here? And how do you expect the fans to respect you when you don't respect the fans? This is crazy. It's crazy. We got Ricky saying, I hear Nikki said that over the weekend. She is trolling as well. She's a troll herself. I'll tell you that right now, to troll herself. And with that being said, we are about 8 minutes away from the show kicking off. Let's see if there's any other news or any buzz or any rumor going around in the wrestling world before the show begins. So we got a So Aleister Black recently did an interview where he said that coming back to the WWE feels like coming back home. So obviously, Aleister Black seems very, very happy. Good for him. We got Matt Pro Smoke over here, who is the main event. So I believe that the main event of the night is most likely got to be the triple threat match that we have tonight for the Money in the Bank qualifier. So this right here, as you can see, triple threat. We got Sami Zayn, we got Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins in a triple threat. And this one is going to be for the Money in the Bank qualification. So whoever wins this match is going to go straight to the Money in the Bank briefcase match. So I do believe that this is going to be the triple threat. We've also got another triple threat match happening tonight. It's going to be Shad Gable versus Penta versus Dragon Lee. Also a Money in the Bank qualifier match. I don't think it's going to be the triple threat, though. Then we got Rusev and Akira Tozawa. We got the tag team title triple threat match. So tonight, as I like to call it, I feel that tonight is going to be a night of tag team action and a night of triple threat action, really. Definitely there's going to be a one more tag team match for certain. We already got a triple threat tag team match. We got 2 triple threat qualification matches. So tonight is all about some triple threat action, with that being said. And we got Andy here. Good to see you, Andy, my brother. Welcome. And he says, I'll be right back. I have to take care of something. All right, brother Andy. We'll be waiting for you. Great seeing you again. Hope you're doing well, all of you. True says, feels like home until they release him again. That's true. That's true. It always feels like home until you're kicked out of it, right? For certain. As Karrion Kross, by the way, glad I brought up the name Karrion Kross, because I tell you what, this guy is stupid as hell, right? So he puts out a post, which is like the stupidest thing that you would expect from Karrion Kross and nobody else but Karrion Kross. What a stupid guy he is. But, he puts out this post. I don't know if you guys can read it, so I will read it out for you. So this guy puts out this post, and he says, Karrion Kross Doomsday Saito hits with over 3,000 newtons of force, right? 3,000 newtons of force, similar to a 30 mph crash right to the base of the skull. It's only somebody like Karrion Kross who would come up with stupid shit like that. 3,000 newtons of... Okay, Karrion. All right. I'm pretty sure you measured that in newtons of force. For sure you measured that. And you put it out there like it's some kind of a... Did you know? Karrion Kross is the most stupid guy I've ever seen in wrestling. And I can't stand this guy. We got Jonathan says, as it stands, Rollins will win. He's got Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Reminds of when the Usos used to save Roman back at the end of the day. Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, it's going to be interesting with Bronson Reed as well, because I was looking back at the highlights from his NME, and it seems like, this whole partnership between Bronson and Braun Breaker, it might have its own hiccups and its own roadblocks, because obviously at first it seems like Braun Breaker was not really cool with Bronson. He thought that he was here to beat him up, so he took out his singlet, took out his straps and stuff until Rollins introduced him to Bronson Reed. So there could be a power struggle between the two. There could be some friction. We're gonna find that out, obviously. Do Karrion Kross fans exist? I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are fans of everything these days, right? So I'm pretty sure that there's got to be some people who like Karrion Kross. Maybe some people like Scarlett Bordeaux, and for that reason, they also like Karrion Kross. I've seen that in the case of Maria Kanellis. Nobody knew Mike Bennett. Actually, the guy was... You talk about selling your soul. Nobody sells their soul as bad as Mike Bennett. This guy not only sold his soul, but he also sold his last name. He took up his wife's last name, so Mike Kanellis. Nobody knew this guy, but they started liking this guy because of his wife, because of who his wife was, Maria Kanellis. So people do that sometimes. They do that sometimes indeed. Nigel, much love. Sports science can actually measure. I know sports science can measure it, but I do know for a fact that Karrion Kross is not going to measure it. He'll put out some stupid stuff like this. He'll say some stupid crap like this to present himself as a genius, right? As somebody whose wisdom and his intelligence is out there. But I know, Karrion, I see through you. I see through you, Karrion. That's all I'm going to say right now. Yeah. So, put your mouth where... actually, I'm going to stop right there. Yeah, Karrion is just a character. If he was any good, right? If he was actually any good, he'd be on TV. He'd be on Monday Night Raw. But he's not, so what can I do about it? The fact that he's so stupid makes him awesome. Whoa, wait a second. No. It does not. This is the whole Matt Riddle kind of a theory, once again, that you're talking about, Nigel, right now. Matt Riddle was the stupidest of them all, and that's why people started liking him. He was so cool that he was stupid, right? But Karrion Kross is not. He's nowhere there, so no. I would much... Actually, no. This is hard. Like, if I ever have to choose between Karrion and Matt Riddle, I would just probably stop watching wrestling altogether. It's like such a bad idea. Both of them bad ideas. Anyways, we are about 2 minutes away from the show kicking off. The countdown on Netflix is on right now. Just 1 second, guys. John. All right, the show is about to begin. This should be fun. Let's see how it goes. I'm feeling it right now, guys. I'm feeling it. It should be good. Should be good. Again, it all depends on the start of it, right? It all depends on how it begins. Are we going to be starting off with Liv Morgan or somebody else? Are we going to be starting with a segment or a match? It could be a match. I've got a feeling that we're going to start off the show with the match. Maybe a triple threat. Let's find out. Is this the first time ever in a long while that we're actually watching the whole intro together? It's great. Let's go. Oh, we're taking a look back at SNME. Wow, I love how they zoomed in on the fan poster that says "Love from India" for John Cena. That's so funny. And they didn't even telecast that show in India, by the way. So that's even more hilarious, I guess. Jonathan, much love. Ricky, that's right. Showtime indeed, brother. That's correct. Of a YouTuber. I found that really funny when he said, okay, it would ruin wrestling if the championship is around the waist of a YouTuber. That was really funny. I loved it. Actually, the action was not too bad. You know, I was looking at it again, the highlights of the match. Not bad. Archer brought it. And you know what? True keeps saying it all the time that they should bring back Ron Killings. Because he actually is good in the ring. If you give him an opportunity, he's actually good in the ring. By the way, we got my brother Broman right here. Broman, welcome. Great seeing you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good? You know, whenever I say what's good, automatically the clip in my head plays of Vince McMahon saying to John Cena, "What's good in the hood?" Yeah, Vince McMahon used to do some crazy stuff in the past, real crazy stuff, real offensive and real crazy. By the way, we got Jonathan right here saying Logan Paul has a lot of fans, a lot. It's true. The guy has really established his brand. And not just one brand, but brands, right? Talk about Prime. Had it not been for his fan base, it would have never been as big as it is today. So Logan Paul definitely has a lot of fans. It's a reason why he's employed by the WWE, because not only does he bring in some good wrestling, but he brings in a lot of fans. He is able to work a part-time schedule because he brings in a lot of fans. Think about it, guys. Ronda Rousey worked a full-time schedule. Logan Paul works a part-time schedule. Think about it. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right. Much love once again, Bro-Man. And this is going to be the first time ever that we're going to be seeing Bronson Reed as a part of the Paul Heyman guys faction. By the way, does this faction need a name right now, or are we good without a name? What do you guys think? And Jonathan says, I'm gonna say this quietly. Logan Paul is growing on me. I'm beginning to like him. He's already grown on me, brother. I mean, you don't have to be embarrassed by saying that, because I agree with you. He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler. He's a good heel. He's a good trash talker. You want to slap him in the face, but you also want to cheer for him. So he's good. It's true. He's good. Nigel says, I like Logan too. I'm not very proud of it, but I guess we're kind of starting a Logan Paul fan community over here. And it's true, though. It's true. He's a good wrestler. What can we say? He's a good wrestler, a part-time wrestler, but a good wrestler. But still, he should be nowhere near John Cena's world title. I would be okay with him one day holding Jey Uso's world title, but not John Cena's. Nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. Man, Sami Zayn is the nicest guy. Once again, Sami Zayn needs some Becky Lynch kind of I would say, determination. Because Becky Lynch, a couple weeks ago, she came out here and said, if I'm not winning titles, what am I even doing? Sami Zayn hasn't won a title in a long time. And if you talk about world titles, he's won none on the main roster. So he needs to take a very, very, very close look at the mirror and figure out what he's doing. Yes, he's signing autographs. Yes, he's coming out here and saving his friend from some beatdown. But what is he doing for himself? I don't know about that. But with that being said, we got Seth Rollins. We're starting the show off with Seth Rollins. I like that. Wow. Only the Drip King would wear a blazer with nothing under it, right? Only Seth Rollins would pull that off. Like, you'd never see me show up in a blazer without a shirt, right? You never see that. But the Drip King will do it. That's right, Matt Persmoke. Seth. And he's coming out here with his own security. I mean, right now, look at Bronson, look at Braun Breaker, and tell me they're not a security for Seth Rollins, because that's what they look like at the moment. They don't look like like partners. They look like security. They look like Seth Rollins' personal bouncers. That's what they look like right now. And this guy's fashion sense is something else. Yes, something that I would not aspire to become, but cool, good for him. It works for him, and I'm proud of him, I guess. Is it just, they're just going to be talking, Matt, bro. They're just going to be talking right now. They need you out there in the black suit and I know, they do, but, if I were to be out there right now, I would easily steal the spotlight away from Bronson and Braun Breaker. So, I'm doing them a favor by not being there right now, brother. I'm doing them a favor. Has this group been named? No, I was wondering if they should be named. I was just asking you guys if they should be named, but they haven't been given an official name yet. They have not. That's right. Braun Breaker is a badass. Your next world champion, without a doubt, Andy. And I'll tell you, Braun Breaker also I don't know if it was because he was the NXT star at that point and he was he had to be humble. But my interaction with Braun Breaker, when he came down here, I met him. He was nice. He was humble. He was sweet. I saw him taking pictures, taking pictures with a lot of fans. And he was patient with that as well. He was nice. Braun Breaker was nice. And on my own experience, he was nice. I'm not sure if he's gonna be the same way once he becomes world champion or something, but based on the experience that I had meeting him, he seemed nice. He took his time meeting the fans, taking pictures. He seemed nice. You'll get famous and we won't get any more watching Brother Bro-man. Don't say that. No, we get. If I get famous, we're gonna get more watch-alongs. It works in a reverse cycle here. But if I don't, then I don't know. I'm joking. Much love to you, bro, man. Much love to you. Jonathan says they will keep Bronson, Braun, and Seth good friends. You're right. Until War Games, at least, they are gonna play a big part at War Games. Certainly.
Let's see who the players are without even the benefit of a scorecard. First, a man and a pack dog. A badass, the badass in a true bloodline of badasses.
Okay, we're gonna go to the bloodline now.
A badass.
Okay.
Key to the future. If Skynet sent a Terminator from the future to this planet today, and you asked that Terminator, who's gonna main event WrestleMania 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and so on? That Terminator would tell you the answer to that question is Braun Breaker.
Wow. That's a bold prediction here from Paul Heyman. And I'll tell you what, guys. By WrestleMania 45, if this guy actually ends up main eventing, you're going to be seeing a lot of reels and lots of shorts with this exact quote from Paul Heyman talking about how Paul Heyman predicted the future. So that's for certain.
Ladies and gentlemen,
CM Punk chants. Wow. Interesting. They're not even in Chicago tonight. They are in Florida, Tampa, Florida, and they're chanting for CM Punk. That is interesting.
do you think they realize CM Punk is not here? Does he
He's not here. Is he? I thought he was advertised.
thanks to Big Bronson Reed. WWE would never put him in the ring with top tier talent. Why? Because they were afraid of him. Not just WWE, but the top tier talent here in WWE. Why? Because he's too reckless. Why? Because of the tsunami. Why? Because he's a violent man in a PG era, and he's gonna put everyone down in front of him. So what did Bronson
Wait. Did he?
took the initiative? He went after the top star in WWE. He went after the legacy player. He went after the future of this industry. Bronson Reed targeted Seth freaking Rollins.
They're talking about the past. I thought that Paul Heyman was talking about the present, and he said PG era. So I almost spilled my water. I thought, okay, are we still in the PG era? Okay, makes sense. But what era are we in right now?
Bronson Reed put a beating on Seth Rollins worse than CM Punk has ever been able to do his entire career in one night.
Drew says the Punk chants are nauseating, especially when they don't make a lot of sense. Like, it would have made sense if they were to be in Chicago tonight, but they're not. They're in Florida. So the Punk chants, it just seem random. Like it would be better if they chanted for Liv Morgan right now, except for CM Punk, but because like Liv Morgan is at least here tonight, and she's expected to be here tonight, but Punk makes no sense.
On your hands and your knees. And to thank
You're right about that, Jonathan. You're right about that.
of this man to my life. The sacrifice that Seth Rollins is willing to make for each and every single one of you so that the trajectory of this
But with Seth Rollins and I, we do have some things in common, such as our love for Versace. Like, this guy will show up in Versace glasses, and you know I love Versace myself, and that's something that we have in common. We got Andy saying that we are in the era of freakiness. Yeah, I mean, let's see how much freakier we can get, because nobody gets freaky like Liv Morgan does. She is getting freaky these days for certain.
Ladies and gentlemen, acknowledge Seth freaking
Mocking Roman Reigns right there. Acknowledge Seth Rollins, and Rollins over there cannot even hold his laughter. Man.
A lot of shots in our tribal chief there.
Wow. We got some OTC chants going on. First the CM Punk chants, and now the OTC chants. I don't even know if these chants are relevant right now, because obviously Punk's not here and Roman's not gonna be here either. So like, these chants don't make a lot of sense, right? Wow, the fans chanting, "We want Roman." You guys acknowledge Seth Rollins? Really? Wow. Talk about selling your soul. I will never acknowledge this guy. I would acknowledge the Architect, but I'm not going to acknowledge any other form of Seth Rollins. The Architect was the best.
Good for business. Great for business. Make no mistake. About it. Tampa, this is the vision. This is my vision. This is the way forward. This is how we secure the future of the industry. We do it through total control, through total domination, through complete power.
Okay, Rollins. We got Jonathan says Seth Rollins a real OTC. Tyler Brack, aka Seth Rollins rules, says Andy. And my brother Broman staying loyal to Stephanie Vaquer. I love you for that, Broman. Love you for that. The fans with the "You sold out" chants. Wow.
I sold out to who? To myself? Are you out of your minds?
You know what? He's right. The "You sold out" chants made no sense, to be honest.
I haven't changed a beat. I
He's right.
exactly what I was going to do at WrestleMania, and I did it.
He's not wrong, actually. Yeah, he didn't sell out. That's exactly who he's been the entire time. That's true.
I believe they're saying love. Love you, Rollins?
So, I don't know why Netflix loves to censor this stuff. Like, Netflix has the craziest stuff out there, right? Really. I mean, look at their series, look at their shows. They've got some very obscene, some very explicit stuff on Netflix. But the fans start chanting F you Roman, or F you Rollins, I think, that they were chanting. And Netflix decides to censor it, and censor it a lot. So I don't know why they do that. Like, come on, guys. Netflix will not censor anything else. They will not censor Money Heist. They will not censor, any show that you talk about, really. But they'll censor WWE fans chanting. Okay.
And you want to question my integrity? You people capable of wielding that power.
Yeah, definitely, somebody has to come out, Jonathan, totally. And I agree with you as well. True. Morons. Indeed, morons. But you know what? A little bit pointless promo here, I feel, because right now everything is all about Seth Rollins. They have put him in the center. He's talking about why he did what he did at WrestleMania, or why he sold out or did not sell out. He's explaining himself. Like tonight, I was hoping for an explanation for Bronson Reed. Like, why did he choose to join these guys? That's what I was hoping for. But all I'm hearing is about Seth Rollins, and he's going on about himself. So, and again, the CM Punk chance. This promo makes little sense to me. Now we're talking to Bronson Reed.
CM Punk found out on Saturday exactly what happens when you underestimate me. And Sami Zayn is going to figure that out tonight because, ladies and gentlemen, I have found something more powerful than championships. I have found an object that allows me to control the fates of those championships.
He's talking about the briefcase. Well, he's already found it once, he already used it once, and that really made his career. Without that object, he wouldn't be the guy that he is right now. Without that object, we would have never seen that WrestleMania 31 ending that we all remember and cherish.
Money in the Bank. I am going to win the Money in the Bank contract. And I am going to cash in the Money in the Bank contract. But here's the beauty of it. I can do it whenever I want. I will do it however
This
I
promo is not making a lot of sense to me right now. Really, it's not solving any purpose. I mean, somebody better come out, because right now, this promo to me is a time waste. It really is a time waste.
That is total power, and that is why I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth.
I'm sorry, what a stupid promo. I'm sorry, I'm going off right now, but this was a stupid promo. And I don't have a very good feeling about the rest of the night, because usually it's the first segment of the night that really makes or breaks a show, or tells you how the show is going to be. And we spent 20 minutes with this promo, guys. 20 minutes. And in this promo, Seth Rollins comes out. He does a little whatever he does, right? The entrance. Then he was staring into the crowd, staring into their souls. Then he talks about how he didn't sell out. He talks about what he did at WrestleMania. Then he talks about what happened to Punk. And then he talks about Money in the Bank and defines the Money in the Bank to us, as if we don't already know what the Money in the Bank is. It was a stupid promo, and I'm concerned about the rest of the night now, because that promo was a time waste. That was a time waste. And we got... Jonathan says, nobody's coming out of that Waffle promo. I totally agree. Total Waffle promo. Waffle's better than that, That was terrible. The faction seems boring. I don't know, because Bronson and Braun tonight, they seemed more like security guards, bouncers, than their own superstars. So let's see how this turns out to be. But right now, there's not, obviously, as you said, with the bloodline, there was a lot of charm and, charisma, and everybody was cool, and every wrestler had their own personality. But if Bronson and Braun are just gonna stand in the back wearing those shades and the black suit and looking like bouncers, they're not really showing any kind of personality or character traits. So it makes it a little bit boring and flat. But let's see, it was only the first night that Bronson was here with them, so I guess let's give them some time, let's cut them some slack. But that promo was terrible. That opener was terrible. By the way, we have Penta coming out right now. 20 minutes with 9 minutes of posting. Exactly, bro, man. They just wasted airtime. Exactly. Worst promo of all time. Really, I am concerned about the rest of the night. I'm concerned. Hopefully, my concern is, not needed, and hopefully it's gonna go futile. But let's see. Now we got Chad Gable coming out, and he's going to be going crazy, because tonight he's facing not one, but two luchadors, Penta and Dragon Lee, and Chad Gable in a triple threat. So let's see how this goes. Pat McAfee, I like it. This guy. He says, "I've seen Penta on the internet and stuff, but experiencing him live is something else. It's worth the trip, and it's worth the admission fee as well." So he's telling the fans, "Come on, don't just watch it on TV. Buy our tickets and get to our shows because you gotta experience this live." All right, Pat, selling tickets right there. I low-key miss. Thank you. I know. I understand that. I find it funny whenever. He's not Chad Gable, I understand that, but whenever La Grande Americana shows up and he does this whole gracias, I really find that funny. I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be racist because obviously but it's funny. The whole gracias is so funny. We got Andy saying Penta should win it. Yeah, he should win it, but I have a feeling that it could be somebody else. It could be, look, Dragon Lee's not winning it 100%. Actually, I'm with you. I think Penta will win it. Chad Gable will not win it either. I don't think so, but it should most likely be Penta. Yeah, that promo from Seth didn't really hit me. It was a time waste. Zane, by the way, great seeing you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great seeing you. But that promo was an absolute waste of time. Waste of everybody's time. Terrible stuff. All right, with that being said, let's take a look back at all that we have in store officially tonight for the show. So right here, as you can see, we obviously got Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and Sami Zayn, the main event of the night without question. Right now, we're watching Chad Gable versus Penta versus Dragon Lee. This is a triple threat for the Money in the Bank qualification. Then we got the New Day versus American Made versus War Raiders. This is again going to be a triple threat tag team match for the tag team championships. And then we got Rusev versus Akira Tozawa. So this is what we have in store for the night. Let's see how it turns out to be. But right here we are with Dragon Lee coming out for this triple threat. Some people, when I posted this preview on Instagram, a lot of people were like, why is Dragon Lee in the same match as Penta? Why does this make sense? How does this make sense? And I don't know. Does anybody know how does this make sense? Like, why Penta and Dragon Lee in the same match? Is it just to piss Chad Gable off that we got two luchadors sharing the ring with him? Interesting. We got True Sync sound awful. I'll tell you, it really doesn't look like a great show tonight. But let's see. I think we can all agree on the fact that the opener was a total waste of time. Total waste of time.
If Chad Gable wins this upcoming matchup, that means he could be wrestling twice on Money in the Bank weekend. Twice, because we know at Worlds Collide, which gets underway on the WWE
I love how Michael Cole is talking all over Dragon Lee's entrance and you can barely hear his entrance music. This shows a lot about the momentum that's driving Dragon Lee here. It shows a lot about Dragon Lee and the fact that he's totally not winning this match. Like, Michael Cole literally talked all over his entrance and you could barely make out his entrance music. Yeah, he's totally not winning the match. Totally not. Anyways, Chad Gable is quite pissed. Yeah, I think he's more offended than he's pissed right now that he's got to share this ring with two luchadors. Like, how can he even do that?
obviously for many months now has been having massive issues trying to take down Luchador. Now he's got to take on two of them in this triple threat match.
Wow, double super kick right there to Chad Gable. He goes down right there. And now Penta with those kicks. Dragon Lee, though, wants a piece of Chad Gable himself. I really don't know what the deal with Chad Gable is with luchadors and stuff. I really don't know what's going on over here. But I do feel that Trump would be proud of him. I'm kidding, but it seems kind of racist to me, the whole Chad Gable stuff. But obviously, it's all in fun and in jokes. He's only got problem with masks, nothing else. And here we are going for a roll-up with Penta. He goes for a roll-up on Dragon Lee kicking out. So the luchadors now turning against each other now that Chad Gable has been sent to the outside. I don't think it's a good idea. At first, they should have taken care of Chad Gable instead of going up against each other. Chad Gable outside on the floor, resting, taking some time off. By the way, great seeing everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. And for those who are new to the channel, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. And once again, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a good time watching Monday Night Raw. And let's see.
Dragon Lee into the corner. Who knows? We're going to hit those there instead. Chad Gable.
tossed him down hard. Dragon Lee's out of it, and Penta was gonna go for a big one, but Chad Gable grabs him from behind, and a German suplex. Penta goes down. By the way, Vikingo has got to be loving this, right? The only guy who was benefited the most with this whole AAA acquisition is Vikingo. Vikingo showed up the night they announced the acquisition of AAA. Vikingo showed up, at the pay-per-view Battleground. Vikingo has shown up again tonight. He's shown up in the past as well. This guy is being flown everywhere the WWE flies, and he's been given first row tickets. He's getting to be on TV. Vikingo so far has benefited the most out of this whole AAA acquisition. And at the Worlds Collide, it's got to be Vikingo versus Chad Gable, which is, again, got to be incredible. But Vikingo is that kind of a talent. The people who are not familiar with this guy are going to be familiar with him come Worlds Collide. Great world-class talent right there, Vikingo from AAA. And we are here now with Penta picking up Dragon Lee, taking him for a little ride over here. Chad Gable, oh my goodness, he's taking care of both Penta. Holy crap right there. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that Chad Gable is out of it. That seemed like a pretty rough pile driver. Yeah, he rolls out. He rolls out along with Dragon Lee, leaving Penta alone in the ring right now. And Penta is not going to stay there and waste time. He goes for the dive. Big-ass dive right there from Penta onto Dragon Lee and Chad Gable, taking them both out at the same damn time. Wow, look at Penta. Look at the way he moves. Spooky, but so good. So good. Well, you got Broman saying they should have Tessa come out as a Luchador American teammate. That brother, like, come on. I'm joking about the whole thing being racist, and if Tessa comes out, it's not going to be a joke no more. I'm kidding. Wasn't Kathy Kelly going to be a manager? Wonder when's that going to be happening. So Kathy Kelly, it's interesting with Kathy Kelly because sometimes you don't know what's true and what's not. Kathy Kelly is an interesting character in herself. When she was doing very well as a ring announcer, as a interviewer, she decided to branch out, explore other avenues, explore her career. And she left the company, but she came back, and ever since she's been back, she's obviously been loved by the fans. Fans love to see her, and she's also good at what she does. But recently, there's been rumors and there's been reports of Kathy Kelly training at the Performance Center to get in the ring, which is interesting. But also at the same time, there's also reports out there. By the way, Penta has been tied to the bottom rope with the mask. That's crazy. That's crazy. The ribbons hanging out of his mask, basically, Chad Gable used them to tie Penta to the bottom rope, and he's doing the same right now to Dragon Lee. Oh, my goodness. That is crazy. So Chad Gable, if this was a last man standing match, Chad Gable would win it. A last man standing triple threat match, Chad Gable will be the winner right now. That is insane. But I guess also the genius of Chad Gable, right? I mean, I guess the luchadors have to reevaluate their mask designs because this obviously can be used against them. Okay, anyways, Penta gets out of it. He gets out of it. Good for him. But coming back to the topic of Kathy Kelly, there's been reports of her training at the Performance Center, but there's also been reports of Kathy Kelly getting a role in a movie or something and taking time off. So I don't know what's true, what's not true, but Kathy Kelly is making some moves, that's for certain. And also the GM rumor, as you said, also was out there. I'm not sure if that's going to be happening because it seems like Nick Aldis is going nowhere. It seems like Adam Pearce is also going to be here, so I don't know when that's going to be happening. Gable should not win, says Andy. Yeah, it should be Penta. It should be Penta. I'm with you on that, brother. Totally with you on that. I would actually like for Penta to even win the Money in the Bank, but I think that's not going to be happening because it's hard to imagine Penta carrying that briefcase and cashing it on Jey Uso. Like, Penta is already super babyface. People love him. So for him to throw that all away for the sake of, cash in, I don't think that's going to be happening. I don't think it's going to happen. We got Nicholas. Great seeing you, Nicholas. And he says if Gable wins tonight, wow, okay. Let's see. Wait a second.
Solo Sikoa and LA Knight have already qualified for the Men's Money in the Bank contract ladder match. One of these men looking to qualify here tonight. Will it be Penta? Will it be Dragon Lee? Will it be Chad Gable? Now grabs the angle, looks for an angle lock, and out steps Penta. Great opener announced
And Vikingo now having a little face out with Chad Gable, obviously the guy he's going to be facing at Worlds Collide. A little face up, but Chad Gable stays focused on beating down Penta. Now, with those punches straight to the face. Oh my goodness, Dragon Lee, by the way, he comes flying down like, I don't even know, like an airplane. He comes flying down and crash landing on Penta. Crazy stuff, but Dragon Lee did it so flawlessly. That was incredible. That almost felt like a missile coming down and doing a crash landing right there on Penta. And by the way, Chad Gable is putting his hands on Vikingo. I don't even know if he's legally allowed to do so because Vikingo obviously here as a fan, he's dressed in a civilian outfit. He's not here to wrestle. But Chad Gable putting his hands on Vikingo, so I don't know what the consequences are going to be of that. But Penta is not going to be toyed around over here. And now a big-ass chop to Chad Gable. Chad Gable with the chop back to Penta. It's also interesting how Dragon Lee was the one who went down like a missile, right? But Penta's back up and he's wrestling. However, Dragon Lee's also back up. Good for him now. And a hurricane to Penta. And a power bomb, power ass bomb. That was crazy to Chad Gable. Chad Gable, though, kicks out at it too. That was a crazy ass power bomb. I'll tell you that right now. The only way Seth can win Money in the Bank is if he goes after the Divas money. That's funny. But, interesting. Let's see if Becky Lynch is going to get lucky there. It would be interesting if Seth and Becky were to both win, right? We got Ricky saying Pat's got to calm down, $30 for beer. Come on, that's right. Well, Pat could do that.
Almost flew over our commentary desk, right into Mystic Rick's lap. Meanwhile, a Dragon Lee. They're going to put this one away. Penta able to fight out of it. Penta, Dragon Lee. Got Gable now from behind. And Gable, the power of this man.
That's crazy. Chad Gable is the new John Cena. He German suplex both Dragon Lee and Penta at the same damn time. That's insane. Talk about dominating the biggest luchadors in the world right now. Chad Gable is doing it, and he's loving it. Look at that beautiful moonsault from Gable onto Penta. Goes for the cover, but Penta kicks out at a 2.6 right there. Gable's angry. I'm loving the singlet, by the way, that Gable's rocking tonight. Oh my goodness, that was a crazy ass belly to belly. Chad Gable is ruthless tonight, guys. He's ruthless, and Vikingo gets involved. Vikingo is not going to sit back and let Chad Gable do what he's doing. He gets involved, takes out Chad Gable with a big-ass kick. Dragon Lee looking to capitalize. Man, if Dragon Lee wins this match, you know for certain that this guy ain't winning Money in the Bank. And Penta takes out Dragon Lee. Good for him. Thanks for coming. Penta, is he going to Money in the Bank? It seems like it. Going for the cover on Chad Gable. He's busted open, by the way. Look at that. Penta victorious. But that boot to the face from Vikingo did something to Chad Gable, obviously. The guy is busted wide open. Insane. What a match. But one thing's for certain, Penta is going to the Money in the Bank ladder match, but he's not winning it. There's no chance of Penta winning that briefcase. I don't see that happening. It's good. I mean, a high flyer, a luchador in the briefcase match, it's good. But Penta is not winning, let's be honest. And we got Nicholas says, I do hear Seth has a sister Seth, Tina. Okay, nice, Nicholas. Okay. All right, Hassan says, Happy Memorial Day to you too, my brother Hassan. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great seeing you. And again, Happy Memorial Day to everybody who, U.S. and observing the day today. Much love to all of you. Is Liv Morgan there? Not yet. These guys always playing video games all the damn time. What is going on right now? Oh, Liv Morgan's back. And she's back in a backstage segment? Okay.
You're back.
Hi, I'm Dominic, what's been going on?
So you know the time zone thing and the alleged nuggets, and then it was just.
You know what? Don't explain. It's actually okay because Raquel's been keeping me up to date with everything that's been going on in the clubhouse while I've been gone. And some things I found to be very interesting. And I'll address that all, but not before I go to Adam Pearce and get myself a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. Sister, let's go.
You got it. Good luck.
Te dije, vas a verlo.
¿Qué? Chismosa. It's
Look at Finn Balor having a great time. He's loving it.
it's amazing.
You gotta stop trying to hear nuggets, bro.
Finn Balor is that kind of a friend who loves to see his friend in some trouble. That is so funny. But okay, this guy is one lucky guy. I mean, Akira Tozawa, look at this guy. He gets all the chicks, Natalia, Maxine, all that stuff. And now we got Rusev coming out. I want to take Rusev seriously, but this guy returned like last month, all right? It's been almost a month. And in all this entire month, you know, today is only going to be the second time he's actually getting in the ring. And I don't know. I want to take him seriously, but ever since that he's returned, he's been messing with only Otis and Akira Tozawa. So it's hard. And once he's done with Akira Tozawa, who does he go after next? You know. So I'm not sure. I want to take him seriously. I want to get excited about Rusev, but I don't know. He doesn't even have Lana by his side. So what do you get excited about, right? So let's see. But he's still much better than Karrion Kross. Any time of the day, Karrion Kross down here, Rusev up here. That's for certain. That's for certain. And we got Nicholas in. Does Dominic have a type tiny? Oh, you mean, okay. I was like, what do you mean type tiny? Okay, that's funny. That's right.
It's easy to speak of sacrifice. Harder to live it. But some did. On the beaches of Normandy, in the jungles of Vietnam, across the deserts of the Gulf War, and in the mountains of Afghanistan. They didn't fight for praise. They fought for freedom, for each other, for all of us. Today, we remember the selfless, those who stood in harm's way and gave everything they had. Because of them, we live free. Because of them, we carry on. So today, we pause, we reflect, we remember, and we say, thank you.
Yeah, the servicemen don't get enough credit for what they do, right? For how they put their lives on the line for the safety of their country, their citizen. They don't get enough credit, and they'll never get enough credit because it's just, how do you thank somebody for doing that, for putting their life on the line for their country? It's an incredible task. It's an incredible job. All right. With that being said, we got Akira Tozawa, somebody else who's putting his life on the line tonight, right? Kayfabe wise, Akira is coming out here. He looks determined. And so does Maxine for some reason. She looks determined too. I don't know how would you define the relationship between Maxine and Akira though? Are they dating? Are they not dating? Are they in a casual relationship? Are they just friends? How would you define the chemistry, the relationship? It's very interesting to me. But Maxine and Akira are here. Oh, how would you define it now? After that butt slap to Akira, that was a butt slap from Maxine to Akira Tozawa. Friends with benefits, I don't know, brother. That was a crazy ass butt slap, and that too from Maxine to Akira. Let's see. Let's see if that gets his engines rolling, you know? Let's see if that helps him in this match against Rusev. Again, I'm not a fan of Rusev being the Redeemer. I think that, you know, we've done that. We've seen that. I wish he'd do something else, but okay.
Let's go through that right there with Akira Tozawa with Maxine Cuprito, knowing that he's going to find a guy whose mission is to beat him so bad that he no longer acts the way he acts. That's what Rusev's trying to do. Jeez.
I was hoping for some Rusev Putia, Rusev Machka. Din, 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 din. I was hoping for that, but okay. Damn. As long as this guy doesn't get paired up with Karrion Kross, I guess I'm okay because, you know, the whole Redeemer stuff and the way he comes out and presents himself. The Redeemer will redeem you, but he cannot get rid of his t-shirt. That is funny. He needs some tips from Hulk Hogan with that t-shirt. That is funny. But, you know, the way that it's going right now, I wouldn't be surprised if down the line they pair him up with Karrion Kross. And I don't want that. I don't want that. But let's see. We got, what was your favorite match last night? Brother Jonathan, there were so many great matches last night. The Anarchy in the Arena was a fantastic match. Fantastic match. I don't think that I'm still over the hangover of that match. Such a good match. I cannot forget that staple to the tongue of Swerve. That was insane. I had to look away. I felt like I had tears in my eyes because of that staple to the tongue of Swerve. And what was crazy about it was that when the match was over, Swerve, you know, he was sticking his tongue out and he was showing the staple. Like it was some kind of an award or some kind of a trophy. Insane. Swerve is insane. But it was a great match. Apart from that, Mina's match was great. You know, courtesy of True, thanks to True. I still am thinking about the top. Thank you, True. A lot of great stuff last night. We cannot forget about Will Ospreay and Hangman Page. They tore the house down and easily was the main event of the night. I was thinking, is it going to be the Anarchy or is it going to be Hangman and Ospreay? But the answer is Hangman and Ospreay was the rightful main event. It was an amazing, amazing match. Totally an amazing match. But with that being said, guys, we have been watching Raw tonight for over how long has it been? It's been, we've been streaming for over an hour and 10 minutes, but we've been watching Raw for about 45 minutes. This is the second match of the night. Let's see how this goes. Akira Tozawa actually not taking it easy. He goes out there and he's unleashing those series of punches to Rusev, and Rusev now in that corner. Akira Tozawa thrown over the top rope. He holds on now on the apron. A kick to the head of Rusev. How do you take Rusev seriously if he's getting beat down like that by Akira Tozawa? A clothesline finally from Rusev. I guess that butt slap from Maxine, that really got his engines rolling, but now that's over. He needs another butt slap, but that's not going to be happening now. And there you go. It's over. It's over for Akira. It's over. The Redeemer doing what he does best. You gotta love Rusev's job right now. That guy comes out, wrestles for 30 seconds, and the times and the work's done. It's incredible. Rusev already has won the match.
Opponent Tozawa here. Somebody's got to do something. The official can't separate them. Maxine crying out here on the apron. Wait a minute. Coming out to save the day. It's fight night.
Okay. Are these guys not friends? What was that? Nation of Domination? What was...
Adversaries. This could get good. This could get ugly.
Well, at least he gets a serious competitor finally, right? A month later. That's good. I'm just now realizing how much more taller Sheamus is than Rusev. Never realized it until today. Nice. League of Nations, that's right. Was it really League of Nations? Wow. It feels like such a distant memory, but League of Nations is a video game, isn't it? That's crazy. But Rusev...
Those two would be an absolute slobber knocker. Shout out, positive vibes to one of the greats.
Well, I'm just glad that he's finally getting a serious competitor and not somebody like the Caterpillar Otis or Akira Tozawa. Let's be honest, right? Okay, Are these guys gonna talk about basketball again? Because I'm here to watch wrestling, not basketball.
But, you know, we had Cody Rhodes on our podcast, and it was an amazing podcast, real eye-opener. And then my buddy Bert had a blast at the show he went to, so he told me I have to come out, so I'm here to just have a good time and watch the show.
Bert, I know you had a great time. We were actually interrupted last time when you were talking about your special, so I figured give you the
I'm glad that they were interrupted.
Yeah, it's called Lucky. It's on Netflix. Watch it. Talk about bad thoughts. I'll hear about it.
the attention span on that one. So you also have a show on Netflix, Bad Thoughts.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I have a new series.
Bro, nobody cares.
Comedy. It's a
Nobody
show.
cares.
We have basically a sketch show meets Faces of Death. It's outrageous. It's crazy. It's it happens every time.
It's like we're brothers. It's like looking in the mirror, right?
Screw this shit. This is awful. Come on. Now I recognize this guy. Now that he has his t-shirt off, now I recognize him. Stupid shit, I'll tell you that right now. All right. We got Zayn saying proper old school Shims is back completely the opposite from his League of Nations character. Yep. Good to see him back, right? I'm glad that the whole fight night thing is over. I hated when this guy Pat McAfee says fight night still. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that whole run that he had with Ridge Holland and stuff. Didn't enjoy it at all. So I'm glad that is over. I'm glad that the League of Nations is over. I'm glad all of that is over. I don't know, Andy. I got no idea who those guys were, but they were, I believe, from NBA. If I'm not wrong, right there, they play basketball. Yeah, and they were here, I guess, to talk about basketball. So that's that. Wait, didn't? Or was it? What was it? What was it? Wait a second. I'm probably wrong, though, because that guy, now that I think about it, he didn't look like a basketball guy. Wait a second. No, they were not basketball guys. I'm sorry about that. There was a basketball guy on SmackDown, if I'm not wrong, last week, and that's what I remembered. But no, these guys were not basketball guys.
Well, here they come. Here they come.
Some Netflix celebrities, I guess. Some Netflix celebrities. Does anybody know who they were, guys? Anybody here knows who they were? Because I got no clue. Let's see. Yeah, Matt Per Smoke says never heard of them. Yeah, I thought it was just me, but I guess nobody knows who they are. That's right. I know. But they were super irrelevant, Andy, as you can tell, right? Super duper irrelevant. I'll actually pull up a picture of them so you know better. 1 second. This right here, Andy. These were the guys. Now, if anybody knows, let us know. But these were the guys who showed up. And I don't know, maybe they expected us to laugh, or maybe they expected us to get excited about their Netflix shows. I did nothing. I did neither of them, I'll tell you that. I did neither of them. I didn't laugh, and I'm not going to watch their Netflix show. For certain, I'm not going to watch their Netflix show. But these were the guys who showed up tonight. The guy without the shirt also showed up last week, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, I remember him without that T-shirt. It's got to be Netflix who's like trying to get these Netflix guys on WWE television. It's got to be them doing this, because no way would WWE put out somebody like that who's not even popular. Like, I see nobody knows who they were. Matt Pro Smoke doesn't know. Ricky doesn't know. I thought like people would know, but obviously nobody knows. You're right, Rick. You're right, Andy. Totally right about that. I guess, Andy, but you know what? These guys, super irrelevant. The fact that they get TV time and they get interviewed by Kathy Kelly is weird. Weird.
Will it be Sami Zayn, or will it be Finn Balor? We find out later on tonight. Meanwhile, World Tag Team titles on the line. The New Day against American Made and the War Raiders here tonight. Now, the rules are this. 2 men will be in the match. You can tag anyone into the matchup whenever you want. First team to gain pinfall submission win.
You know, that's what I thought too, bro, man. You know, oh my goodness. Now I see it again. This guy's chugging beer ringside. So he's nobody from basketball, even though they're wearing, based on their snapbacks, I thought they were like wearing New York Knicks hats. That's what I thought. But now that I'm taking a better look at it, those are not New York Knicks. Those are some random snapbacks. So these are some celebrities, some actors for a Netflix show or something. That's about it. But I'll tell you what, Broman says, you're just not hip. I've got no clue who they are. Sometimes I feel like that, because I'll tell you what, Broman, like, I understand that lots of celebrities show up who are American, and, you know, they're not popular enough to be global superstars, but they're only American stars. So a lot of people in the U.S. might know them, but I would not. So a lot of times when that happens, I'm, like, in this awkward position, because, like, I want to know who they are, but I can't just say, oh, I've got no idea who they are, because that would just show that I'm not hip enough, you know? And I don't want to do that, but obviously I'm not hip enough. We got Andy saying, AJ, Jackie Redmond is incredibly beautiful tonight. She's on the NHL playoffs. Yeah, and Jackie is doing well. She's everywhere. We need some Trump supporters in the chat to tell us who these guys are. That's so funny. Yeah. Did you notice I got my books away from here? Like, I used to have books in the back for like Obama and Trump, because I like to read, you know, biographies and stuff. So I had books, you know, of Trump and Obama, but I removed them from the background. I'm like, we don't need to get political right there. It's like too much politics. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I removed all that stuff. Great to see you. Mr. saying, welcome. We got Andy saying Jackie is on Florida Panthers versus Carolina Hurricanes game. That's nice. Jackie is great. She's like, I think she also did NASCAR not too long ago. Like, she's everywhere.
Oh, they're taking turns now. You see, well, they're forming an alliance with the Creed brothers of American Made. And the reason for this, and we question the New Day about it. Our commentary is that I believe the New Day is trying to steer clear of the War Raiders. And they were pushing a bobsled as they were throwing the War Raiders around. Triple threat continues.
When they raised their arms up, I thought for a second that the match was over or something, and I kind of low-key celebrated inside, but no. The match is just getting started right here. The War Raiders have been taken out by the heel teams, that is American Made and the New Day. So the War Raiders have been taken out by them. Yes, Ricky, I'm watching her right now, says Andy. I like that, Andy. Okay, I like that. With that being said, Kofi Kingston now going... after Ivar sending him back into the ring over here. Eric is still down apparently, and now Ivar in trouble with a kick to the chest from Kofi Kingston. I watched her after my Dodgers game, says Ricky. That's nice, Ricky. Sweet, sweet. Okay, just 1 second. Again, no idea who these guys were. Still no idea. And worse than that, the whole skit that they presented was just weird, awful, and anybody who, I don't know if anybody would feel compelled to watch their show after that appearance tonight. That was like awful. But they are the Costco guys, says Ricky. I mean, that's why I guess I don't know. By the way, the name Costco, does it actually have anything to do with the real Costco? Or is it just like a name, a random name? That's right.
Could be the change, of course, that American Made has been looking for. As Ivar's made his way back ringside, and they return the favor and tag in Kofi. I'm a bit surprised. American Made is working.
Yeah, true, I can tell. I think that's the best way to put it. There are unfunny people who think they're funny, and apparently they're funny enough to get their own show on Netflix. So, yeah, definitely unfunny.
He said we'll take the help. Oh, okay. He said we'll take the help. And you know, again, the New Day don't have to be involved in the decision. We lose the titles here tonight. So, again, continuing to work on Eric, his surgically repaired neck of the War Raiders. And Xavier Woods, the king of the ring. New Day, over their careers, 12-time tag team champs.
All right. Seems like Ivar is back over there on the apron. Eric with an elbow strike over here to Xavier Woods, and Xavier trying to fight back, but Eric bringing the heat, a kick to the gut right there from Xavier, and a kick to the chest. Eric is in trouble, and a clothesline, he goes down. The heel teams are working together, and how long are they going to have to work together? Because ultimately, they will have to square off against the American Made, right? So, how long does this partnership last? Let's see. But right now, Eric is being destroyed. With that being said, it seems like we are going to commercial break somewhere in the world. Not here. Not here, though. We got no commercials on Netflix. Guys, remember, this is my theory, which always stands true even today. The first segment of the show either makes or breaks the show. If the first segment is terrible, I'm telling you, the rest of the show is got to be terrible. And that stands true even today. The first segment of the night was terrible. Really had no meaning to it. And that kind of set the tone for the rest of the show. And that's exactly how it's turning out to be. And Kofi Kingston right here once again on the apron, eager. Xavier with some trash talking. Ivar is getting the fans chant and clapping starting over here as he wants to make the hot tag. That's right. And Eric with a sucker punch to Xavier Woods, knocking him out cold, but also knocking himself out cold. Eric is just way too tired to make it over to the ropes, I guess. But he is trying. He is trying to make it to Ivar, and Ivar has been tagged in finally, and a tag also made to Chad Gable. I'm sorry. I thought I said Chad Gable, but of course the American Made's been tagged in. They're wearing the same exact singlet as well, so they're wearing matching singlets tonight. I saw Chad Gable wearing the same exact design, and the American Made also wearing the same exact design here tonight. Interesting. Interesting. You're not wrong, Andy. You're not wrong. Sometimes, sometimes it does feel like it. Tonight definitely feels like it. Wow. Slap across the face of the guy right there from Eric. Eric right now on the top turnbuckle, and he hits it with a elbow strike, dropping him off the rope.
Athlete leaping to the top rope. So athletic. Superplex. Second words.
Oh, Xavier out of nowhere just diving down with the elbow dive right there on Eric. And now Ivar doing the same to Xavier, 330 pounds. Oh, come on. And the cover has been broken up. That's awesome, Chris. Hopefully, next Monday's Raw is going to be much better than tonight's. And I hope that you have a fantastic birthday, brother, next Monday. That's great. 1 week before Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is obviously got to be the weekend of, your birthday. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Don't have to pin the champ to win the title. Team kind of regathering, resetting. They'll be looking for trouble in paradise as Eric cuts out of harm's way, catches him with the right hand. And now the Creed brothers blast through Eric. Oh, Ivar blast through the Creed brothers. Yeah, didn't get all of it though, but he did that time. Now spin kick wipes out Woods. Clean. Ivar's been putting on a clinic. Wake up, Eric. He says it's time to go off. Eric now. Here's Woods. Tag made. Julius is now legal. Coming in anytime soon. Woods now. Face first goes Eric. Oh, kick right to the midsection by Kingston. Now again, New Day and American Made working together again. Oh, top rope with a Brutus ball.
Nice Brutus ball over there. And now Kofi is looking for the dive. Kofi Kingston diving down through the second rope on Ivar. Ivar, though, grabs Kofi and sends him back first into the LED barricade. Man, I tell you, those LED... LED apron. But I'll tell you, that LED apron, I'm not a big fan of it. I love the traditional aprons, traditional ring apron. I know that these look more presentable and they can get their sponsor messages and sponsor logos there, so it makes more money to them. But I really miss the traditional ring aprons. And with that being said, Xavier with the roll-up pin, and he retains the titles. As expected, the New Day still champions. As expected. No surprise here. The New Day, they're still the champions. Liv Morgan looking nice, though. She looks nice.
The damage control reunion. I thought your group was dead, just like Kyrie's chances of winning many Keep walking.
Liv looks great.
Walk right into Adam Pearce's office and get myself a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. And when I win that briefcase, I'm cashing in on you.
I know, Nigel. I'm with you on that. Totally with you on that. I have a feeling that we're going to get Kairi Sane versus Liv Morgan once again for the Money in the Bank qualification. I got a feeling. We got it. We got a match here between Liv and Kairi Sane. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Oh boy, Liv's back.
Finally, Usos coming out. Finally, we've got something going. I was thinking about the world champion. Where is he at? Finally. Guys, I gotta yeet right now, otherwise I'm gonna fall asleep if I don't yeet, right? It's been a boring show. Let's yeet, all right? Let's go. All of you guys, everybody with me. Yeet, 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 yeet.
I don't think so, bro. I've realized that I'm not going to be moving my
That's right.
all the time. I just gotta move my arms. Yeah, but sometimes you look like you don't have a clue what a beat is.
Is it just me or Tampa, Florida just didn't feel too eager to be eating? I don't know. I didn't feel the same energy that we usually get with Jey Uso's entrance. But okay, he's gonna do it again. Yeet, 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 yeet. That's cute. That's cute. You gotta love how he gets the kids involved, and the kids are like absolutely loving it because it's such a memory that they're gonna take home with them, and they're gonna talk about it forever and think about it forever, right? Good for them. Good for them. It's great. But yeah, I don't know why. It feels like Tampa is just not that eager to yeet. By the way, we got my brother, your brother, everybody's brother, the real brother. We got Nautic, aka Andrew, right here. And good to see you, Andrew. Welcome. We got Broman saying, the Zayn and Liv match should be good. I know, for more than one reason as well, brother. Broman, totally right about that. Nigel says an EO2. Yep, totally. You know what? I'm going to get rid of my chair because this has been a boring show. If I stay seated, I'm going to fall asleep. I'm not even kidding right now. So I'm going to get rid of my chair for a little bit, right? All right. Much better this way. Much better. And he's still eating. Maybe I should grab my chair because this guy will eat for like 10 more minutes. Because the guy is a man of a few words. He doesn't talk, but he eats a lot. I finished my cup already, Nigel. I finished my cup already. Man, he's still eating. Now he gets to the other turnbuckle and he's eating now. Yeah, but for some reason, I don't know, I'm not getting the same energy that we usually get with Jey Uso's entrances. Maybe the crowd is not that into it. Because if you look at the half of the arena, the other half of the arena that's not on camera, you'll see them barely eating. So, not the same energy, obviously. Now, I'm done eating, Andrew. Tonight's show has been terrible. Tonight's show, from the very get-go, has been terrible. So, I'm not feeling it. But you know what? I'll eat someday while standing. Tonight, I just don't want to eat because I don't want to reveal to the world that under my blazer and my formal shirt, I'm wearing an Adidas pajamas. You know, I don't want to reveal that. Where's the Adidas? He's gonna do it again, bro. This has become a thing for him, right? He'll like take 10 minutes to come out and eat, and then he'll do it again. Okay. I agree, Matt Pro Smoke. I agree. People give Triple H a lot of credit, but sometimes, you know, I doubt it. Sometimes I'm not a fan. Let's Raw fell apart. It's trash. I told you, when the show starts off being trash, it's got to be trash. That's how it is. And with that being said, we go to a commercial. Can you believe that? Do you believe that? All that yeeting, they did not go to commercial even once. And when he got to the ring, when it was time to talk, they go to a commercial break. Isn't that incredible? Oh, so they came back from the commercial now. I see. Okay. That makes sense. They blacked out for a second, and then Michael Cole was talking about State Farm. I mean something else, and they were showing the State Farm building. And I was like, wow, they've gone to commercial, so it makes sense they came back from the commercial. For us, we get no commercials, so it's hard to tell when we're on commercial and when we're not. So I got the full freaking entrance. Makes sense. Thanks for that. Well, I guess I'll take the entrance over the commercial. Thank you very much. All right.
I said the world heavyweight champ, main event Jey Uso, is now in your... Hey, busy week for the champ. Everybody after the champ. Logan Paul got yeeted on. John Cena about to get yeeted on too. And Money in the Bank, it's me and my dog.
Oh, gosh. Gunther coming out right now. Interesting. Okay. I like how Gunther went from like wearing an overcoat every single time to now showing up in like something like an Adidas jacket or something. He shows up in the most casual of clothes. Like even a librarian would not dress so casually, but Gunther comes out here wearing the most casual of clothes, like a total dad outfit on a Sunday. You know, that's what a dad would wear on a Sunday. Come on. And we got my brother Broman. Really, I think Broman, I think you're my spirit animal because you speak my mind. I'm tired of this guy as well. I hope WWE does not pull that title back on Gunther. I hope so, brother, because that title was super irrelevant with Gunther. He did a good job with the IC title because let's be honest, you know what? I thought he did a good job, but I guess the IC title was so irrelevant that Gunther could not make it any more irrelevant. So it helped. So he helped it instead, you know? He helped it with his kind of matches. But with the World title, that title was doing well. But when they put it on Gunther, it became super irrelevant. And Jey Uso is now, you know, helping it. He's helping it. That's for certain. I agree. I mean, I'm kidding, bro, man. I'm kidding. Much love to you. I know, brother. I know. Yeah, it's a champ's jacket. You're right. You're right.
Tapped out is what Tampa's saying to Gunther.
That's what he did at WrestleMania, the Jey Uso. Well, first of all, I came out here. First of all, I came out here because congratulations are due. And this one comes from a very personal place. Congratulations on the 15-year jubilee of the Usos in WWE.
Gunther comes across as such a bully. I don't even like this guy now because he just comes across as a bully. And sarcastic too. You know, this is the kind of guy that I'm pretty sure you've like come across this kind of a guy at your workplace or your school, and the guy who's always sarcastic to you and always a prick and you want to punch him in the face. That is the kind of guy that Gunther comes across as. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate these kind of people.
But I can appreciate that you do everything in your power to fulfill your position. I can see that you try your hardest. You really want to be the captain of the ship here on Monday Night Raw. And you got your hands full, to be honest. There's that long-term plan going around. Some of your friends are in trouble. And when they need you, you are right there, no questions asked. And those are great qualities for a human being. But they're terrible qualities for a great champion.
So he's taking advice from a guy who nearly killed his brother. Come on, Jay. You don't have to sit around here to listen to this idiot talk. Like, just kick him in the face and get him out of here. Like, why are we listening to Gunther right now? Why do we have to listen to Gunther right now? I want to listen to my world champion, but my world champion barely talks. He eats. He doesn't talk. He eats. That's it. You'll never hear a word come out of his mouth. Come on.
Being a great champion, Jay,
I know, Andrew. I just didn't want to use that word.
means going down everybody's
Yeah.
problems. Just guess how I was able to be a champion for almost a year. Because the only person I care about is myself.
What a selfish prick. I like how Jey Uso's t-shirt these days also says, yeet. Like, it never used to say, but now it does. That's a nice touch.
When you and I step into this ring together for one more time, I'm gonna relieve you from your position. I'm gonna make things right. I'm gonna choke you out. I'm gonna take my World Heavyweight Champion back where it belongs, around my waist.
Is he gonna speak? Is our world champion gonna talk? Bro, speak up, bro.
With everybody saying my days as champ are numbered.
Bro, talk, Jay.
Everybody using an excuse for this title to turn their back on the people who brought them up.
Yes, you can talk, Jay. Yes.
I do have family. I'm a real one, Oos. I fight for them. They fight for me.
See, he can talk. Like, when he wants to talk, he can talk.
I'm gonna run your mouth all my life. You wanna judge me? Go ahead.
Bruh. This guy's walking around like here. But he's not talking. I'm talking more than, what the hell are you doing? That's like 4 times he's walked like that.
What you fight for is less than what I'm fighting for. Oos. I'm not overlooking you. Gunther, I know what you're capable of. Not overlooking you, Oos. I know you in and out, man. Okay? I'ma see you in Phoenix. But Gunther, at the end of the day,
He's gonna say yeet, right?
at the end
He's
of
gonna
the
say
day,
yeet. He's gonna say yeet.
I'm fighting for their support. No, look. Because in Phoenix, I'm going to make you tap out again. Hey, phone letters.
A fired up Jey Uso determined to retain the World Heavyweight Championship, but Jey has a very long and hard road before he gets to Phoenix.
I guess that's why people say that his days as champion are numbered. The guy barely talks. Like, if you want to be champion, you gotta do some talking. Maybe that's why Vince McMahon never gave this guy a shot on his own. This guy can barely talk. I don't know what the deal is, but his promo right there, literally, I'll give you exactly what his promo was. Like, Gunther talks trash. Like, so imagine you're Gunther, you're talking to Jey Uso, you're talking trash to me. You know how I'll respond to that? And then I'll walk 4 times, and I'll walk here, and I'll walk there, I'll walk back, I'll look at you in the eye, I'll walk back. 4 letters, 1 word, and that's it. You're done. Come on, like, that's your promo. That's all you've got. Gunther comes out here reading the dictionary to you, and you've got 1 word, yeet. Really? That makes no sense. That was a terrible, terrible promo. Really, what's going on tonight? This is a stupid-ass show. I think NXT's got to be better than this tomorrow. Terrible stuff. And now we got Brandy Rhodes. We got Brandy Rhodes, guys, on Raw. Come on. Cody, keep your eyes on Steph, all right? On Steph, bro, man. Don't get to Brandy now. You gotta stay loyal.
And again, what do you want to talk about? The podcast hosted by Cody Rhodes. The season premiere is coming Wednesday. WWE's YouTube channel.
You're right, Andy. You're right. His brother Jimmy's a much better talker. I agree with that, Nigel, because this was terrible. Okay, finally, I guess things are gonna pick up from here. Finally, we got Liv Morgan, guys. We got Liv Morgan here. Finally, I think it's gonna get better. Such a breath of fresh air to see Liv Morgan here, right? It's great. Look at her. Look at her. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely missed Liv Morgan, did we not? We totally missed her. Hell yeah. Man, I'll tell you what. Dominic, he sold his soul for some chicken nuggets and Roxanne, but he messed up big time. Look at Liv Morgan. Like, come on, Dominic. No chicken nuggets, can be enough to sell your soul like that. You can't do that. Not to Liv Morgan. Not to Liv Morgan. We got Andrew saying, of course, WWE, NXT will be better because NXT has and the new TNA champion Trick Williams. Yeah, that's right. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick, brother. Come on. Like, the whole Yee thing is so stupid. That's why, guys, my word of advice to you, never get behind any wrestler who gets famous because of one word or two words or one song. And with that, I'm going to give you a list of names for those wrestlers too. Jey Uso, LA Knight, and Joe Hendry. Like, these guys got famous because of a word or a song, not because of the talent. Sorry, Jay, come on. But I'm just let down tonight. I'm let down by that whole segment. I'm shocked to see. In comparison to Gunther, I don't know if Jay's lacking confidence or what's going on there, but that promo was a stark comparison of Gunther and Jay. The promo skills, crazy stuff. It was a disappointment. I'm more disappointed in Jay than I'm upset. I'm more disappointed. That's right, Andy. Totally agree with that. Yep, and whoop. And speaking facts, as Matt Purr spoke, right now I'm standing up because I can't sit down. If I sit down, I'm going to fall asleep. That's how the show has been tonight. It's not been a great show. I guess we are on commercial right now because I'm getting a very extended Liv Morgan entrance, and she's talking to the audience, I guess. That's what's happening. Yeah, she's waving to the fans. She's smiling. I'll take this over to the commercials, though. Brother Andrew, don't, I told you, I'm not against Jay. I was just like, I'm disappointed in Jay. Don't at me, don't do that. All right, Kairi Sane is coming out here. So we are on a commercial break and Kairi Sane is making her entrance. I guess that means that she's not winning the match. She's not winning the match. But she's looking good. She looks good. WrestleMania 41 to be exact, right? 40 to be exact. 41 also, history could have repeated itself had I not gone to wash my face, but, we were okay. We were luckier at 41. All right, 42, let's see. Hopefully, 42, wouldn't it be great if we were live in Vegas for 42? It would be great, right? It would be great. Well, if the tickets are not $10,000, maybe we'd be there, but we'll see. All right, with that being said, we're back from the commercial break, I guess, in the U.S. But for us, we never went to a commercial. And Michael Cole is now going to take us to the celebrities. Patrick Maroon, and yet he's wearing a white t-shirt? I thought he was maroon. I'm kidding. Sorry for the dad jokes. Waka Flocka Flame, Diamond Certified Rep. I don't even know. Okay, good for him. Good for him. Waka Flocka Flame, Titus O'Neil. I wonder who this guy is. He's still under contract with the WWE for some reason, guys. Did you know? He's still under contract. Brother Andrew, I've done that at TakeOver. I was live at TakeOver. I fell asleep at Barclays Center. Brother. Don't even take me back. I was jet lagged. In my defense, I was jet lagged. I had landed a couple hours ago in the U.S., and I had to go to Barclays to attend the event. I was jet lagged. I'll be honest with you. I do know. Whoa. Bro, man knows Waka Flocka, what? Waka Flocka, whatever. Wow. So I guess Bro Man, that makes you a little more hip than AJ. That's a big deal, because AJ is the hippest of them all. But I guess you are hipper than AJ. Good for you. And we got Titus Mr. Butch. We cannot forget what happened at the greatest Royal Rumble, right? In Saudi Arabia. First ever event in Saudi Arabia, and Titus Butch is a big time. But he's lucky that they didn't have the LED apron. Otherwise, it would have been terrible for him. Andy keeps saying it, right? Andy sees the future with WWE. As I said yesterday, I would not be surprised if 10 years later, Endeavor just sells the WWE after milking it dry. It could happen. It could happen. You never know. But the only thing that intrigues me is that they bought AAA, so they've got to have some plans for the company. Otherwise, they wouldn't have purchased AAA. But they did purchase it, so there's got to be some plans, I guess, in place. We're going to find out. Kairi Sane going out to the top turnbuckle, and I guess she's got to go for a dive. Liv Morgan, though. Oh, Kairi Sane. You've got to love Liv Morgan. Like, how do you not love Liv Morgan? And with that being said, rebounds after rebounds, and Kairi Sane going up to the ropes, and she grabs Liv Morgan. Hurricanrana, she goes down. Liv Morgan tossed around. Down at the mat right now. Catching a breath. Kairi Sane, though, will not let her take any time off. She goes down. Basement kick, and now we got Liv Morgan on the apron. Kairi Sane following her through. They are wrestling on the apron right now. Elbow strike to Liv Morgan, who barely is able to hold on to the ropes right now. She is down on the apron. Kairi Sane running over. Liv Morgan gets away, and Kairi Sane with a boot to the ring post. That's gotta hurt. Wow, Liv Morgan delivers a power bomb to Kairi Sane right there on the floor. Sane is down. That was incredible. That was great. Liv's loving it. She is loving it. And I guess you guys must be in commercial right now. For us, you know, I got the VIP stream of Netflix, I guess. No commercials. Liv Morgan having some fun with the fans at the expense of Kairi Sane. Gets her back into the ring over here. Liv Morgan crawling inside, going for the cover on Kairi. Obviously, it's going to be a kick out. There's no way the match ends in a commercial break, right? I think that happened once a couple years ago under Vince McMahon, that the match literally ended during a commercial break, and everybody got pissed off. So that's not going to be happening. Yeah, bro, man. You know, I got the VIP stream. What can I say? You know, no commercials, and we got Liv Morgan now with the series of chops to Kairi. Oh dear, just testing her limits right now. And a drop kick to the back. Kairi Sane goes down. Going for the cover on Sane once again. It's a 1, it's a 2, and a kick out. The match continues. By the way, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the stream. Welcome to our watch along for Monday Night Raw. It's great to see you. Don't be shy. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to get and join the conversation. Talk to us. How are you feeling about Monday Night Raw tonight? Personally, I haven't been a fan. I think that tonight's Raw has been a dud. It's really not been great from the very beginning. And let's see how the main event is going to be. By the way, that was a beautiful code breaker. A beautiful code breaker just delivered from Liv Morgan to Kairi Sane. And you know, if you know me, you know there are a few wrestling moves that get me popping, that really get me hyped up. Code breaker is one of them. Belly to belly is one of them. Then there's the German suplex, always gets me excited. Yeah, these are some finishers, some wrestling maneuvers that really get me excited. Simple, but great. We got Andy saying, AJ, did Liv Morgan confront Roxanne? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did confront Dominic, wanted some kind of an explanation from him, you know, because while she was gone, she was getting all the updates from her friend Raquel Rodriguez. So Liv Morgan was obviously visibly upset, but tonight she wants the Money in the Bank shot. So that's what she was chasing. While she was going to beat Adam Pearce, she ran into Io Sky and of course Kairi Sane, and that's how they set up this match between Sane and Liv Morgan tonight, and that's what we're getting right now. But she did confront Roxanne, she did confront Dominic, but she didn't want to talk to them a lot tonight. So that's gonna be for later. What are you talking about? All I'm seeing is commercials. Well, I am Andrew. You might be getting commercials, but I am getting the actual match. We don't go to commercials here. We're getting the actual match, the actual action. Yep. No commercials for us. And now we're back, I guess, for you guys as well. Yeah. Maybe I should play the show on TV behind me, and we could blur it so it doesn't get copyrighted. But you can see what we're getting. You can partly see it. One, because I'm standing in front of the TV, and second, because it's got to be blurred out. I think we could do that without running into issues with copyright stuff. I think so. But let's see. We got Andy saying, Andrew, I don't want to watch Raw on Netflix cause of it. Wow, that's crazy. But brother, for us, we don't get commercials. So maybe you guys need to get a VPN or something and watch it, from another location, because we don't get commercials. None. We get like total show. All 2.5 hours or 3 hours, however long it might be. It's interesting because while we were on the commercial break, it was Liv Morgan who was kicking her ass throughout, right? But as soon as we come back, it's Kairi Sane who's picking up momentum, obviously, as you can see right now. And a neck breaker to Liv Morgan, just tossing it around like that. Liv Morgan goes down now to the corner. Kairi Sane getting it back up. Liv Morgan looks exhausted. I would not be surprised if Dominic were to come out here trying to help Liv Morgan, but costing her the match, courtesy of Rot Sane. I think that could happen. I mean, it would be stupid for that not to happen tonight, right? And now it is Kairi Sane climbing to the top turnbuckle. Beautiful flying forearm from the top turnbuckle from Kairi Sane to Liv Morgan. She goes for the cover, but Liv once again with the kick out. I guess now we can take a seat, right? It's been a while. All right, so do you guys like this better when I'm seated, or do you like me better when I'm standing, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Maybe one day we should do a watch along where I'm standing the entire 2 hours or something. I actually enjoyed it a lot better than sitting down, but let me know, how do you like it? All right, with that being said, oh, crazy code breaker, by the way. That's the second code breaker of the night from Liv Morgan. The first one was the regular code breaker during the commercial, and now the second rope code breaker. Beautifully done as well from Liv Morgan, but Kairi is still kicked out. I think that's an insult to code breakers, but wow. Kairi Sane is showing some strength over here. Now we got crazy backhand from Kairi Sane to Liv Morgan. I got a feeling that Sane's going to win the match. The way it's going right now, she could win this match. After the running forearm, she goes for the cover on Liv once again, but a kick out. It's a kick out. Oh, crazy backstabber now from Liv Morgan once again to Kairi Sane. And Kairi, Liv's gonna, oh my, that was so botched. That was so botched. That was so weird, but I hope they're okay. Wow. I think Liv was trying to go for the roll-up cover, but Kairi probably stumbled, fell, but they were okay. They were okay. It was not a hard fall, so they were okay. That was a botch. And now Kairi is gonna go for a high-risk maneuver. It seems for climbing the top turnbuckle. Yep. She's going up there now. We got, I told you, it had to happen. Now we got Roxanne trying to play Angel and help Liv Morgan. So I think Roxanne's ultimately going to cost her the match. She's ultimately going to cost her the match. Knew this was going to happen. Yeah, Liv Morgan is distracted. Yeah, there's got to be a roll of victory. As expected. The drama continues. It continues, and next week we're going to find more about it. But Liv Morgan has just lost the match courtesy of Roxanne's distraction, I guess. But next week, the drama will unfold. Yeah, Liv's not happy. She's not happy at all. Look at her face. She is not happy.
Mommy's always on top. It wasn't just a saying to me, but it was a way of life. But lately that just hasn't been a reality now, has it? But with money in the bank, that all changes. For the first time in my career, I'm in a ladder match, which means no one is ready for the amount of brutality that I am going to unleash. I would absolutely anything to climb that ladder, retrieve that briefcase, to once again cement myself at the top of the women's division. So Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, I advise you to hold your titles really tightly, because absolutely no one is safe from mommy in the bank.
Well, 4 spots are filled, 2 remain. Becky Lynch won't be in Money in the Bank because of that woman. The Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria. She cost Becky an opportunity to qualify. Life Live next.
All right, now we're backstage with with the American Maid.
From the show out there. You cost yourself a golden opportunity. All right? Now, Grande Americano gave me a message. And I got to get it to Pierce right now. So, Ivy, take these two. Get them in the best shape of their life in case they get another opportunity. Go! Go! What do you want? Poking your nose in my business? Costing me my spot and Money in the Bank? Huh? Lucky for me, everyone's glad I get my revenge. It's Chad Gable versus Vikingo. And from the looks of it, it's going to be as easy as taking candy from El Hijo.
El Hijo. Okay, that's funny. Is this guy racist? It seemed like it to me.
See you soon. Yeah, walk
It's gonna be as easy as taking candy from El Hijo. That was racist for certain. Come on, Chad Gable. You gotta be better than that, brother. Wait a second. AJ Styles?
If you or that coffee bean interfere in my match ever again, I'm not just going to put you back on the floor. I'm going to put you through the concrete.
Wow. AJ Styles now taking on Chad Gable in the back right there. That was so funny though. It's gonna be as easy as getting candy from El Hijo. I'm sorry, that was so funny. Anyways, AJ Styles takes out Chad Gable in the back, and he says, "If you interfere in my match again, there's gonna be hell to pay." Basically, Vic Joseph here now.
Started with Saturday night's main event. Tonight with Monday Night Raw. But history was made last night, right here at Battleground. NXT Superstar.
Nah, he's not in action tonight. He's just he was just there for the backstage segment, taking out Chad Gable. He's not gonna be in action tonight. Not gonna happen. But right now we are here with Vic Joseph, who was talking to the camera, and he's talking about how Trick Williams made history.
Tomorrow night on NXT, Trick Williams will be live as the TNA World Champion. As for right now, let's get back to Monday Night Raw. Vic Joseph, the voice of NXT. Well, John Cena, Logan Paul, Becky Lynch, and Tiffany Stratton will compete in Fanatics games at Fanatics Fest NYC, June 20 to the 22nd. For the first time.
I agree with you, Matt Pro Spoke. Tonight's show just hasn't been great. Agree with you, Andy, as well.
Fast-paced referee-led challenge and deep testing against skill. At stake, $2 million in prizes, leaderboard glory and bragging rights that last forever. Emanating from the Jacob Javits Center. Don't miss the chance to see your favorite WWE superstars. Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul.
They keep promoting these autograph sessions, signing and all this stuff. I'm a guy. I love wrestling. I love these stars and stuff like that. But I would never pay any money to meet a celebrity. I would never do that. And if it was somebody big and I really was fanboying over them, I would pay, but not any absurd kind of money like they pay. Wait a second. Liv Morgan right now backstage. We're getting no audio. Okay, we're getting it now.
But if Roxanne hadn't gotten home, you would have won. Jericho, I can't believe I have to say this, but you were the veteran out there. You should have known better.
Wow. Wow. That's something, guys. Did you see that? Liv Morgan tells Finn. By the way, in all of this, I'm loving Finn Balor's reaction because he's loving it. Like he cannot hold his laughter as the drama unfolds. Liv Morgan is pissed. And she looks at Raquel Rodriguez as Raquel, she puts the blame on Roxanne. Liv Morgan looks at Raquel and she says, you know what, I'm sorry, but you were the veteran out there and you should have known better. So Liv Morgan blaming Raquel, and Raquel is not happy, obviously. But Finn Balor is having a field day. He's laughing. He's happy. And now we got Lara Valkyria coming out right now. I know Finn Balor is cracking up, right? He's like that kind of a friend who would love to see you in some deep shit. Like, he would love it. Like, he'd not say it, but he would love every bit of it. Like, he's that backstabber of a friend. Yeah, so, brother, it reminds me of high school or something, right? And now we got Lara coming out right now. I'll tell you what, I love Lara. Maybe I'll take that back. I don't love her. I like her. She's good. But doesn't get me excited, like especially the promos and stuff. It doesn't get me excited. She's nice, she's great, but I don't know. I when they say, "Oh, Lara is up next," I'm not like, "Woohoo!" It's gotta be Lara. It's not. It doesn't excite me. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll sit through this segment too. Or maybe it's just been the tone of the show tonight that I just don't get excited about it. But let's see. Let's see how it turns out to be. Maybe I should pull a Jey Uso right now and just walk around and say nothing for 10 minutes during this segment. Like, that was so stupid. Gunther is talking trash. He's absolutely killing you in the promo. And all you can do is walk 4 times? Like, come on, Jay. You're the world champion. Come on. That was so stupid.
I wish I was out here to talk to you guys about some new competition and a new challenger for this championship.
I don't know, but it was so funny. As easy as picking candy from, I don't know. It was so funny. It was so funny. I don't know. Ricky would know because Ricky knows Spanish, right? So I got no idea though. But that was very funny. That was very funny.
Rat with a piece of cheese, and I just couldn't let her do it.
All right.
At Backlash, all I wanted to do was pin her shoulders to the mat for 3 seconds. But she came out here and she got in my fiance's face and she tried to take my eye out.
Who's her fiance again? Does anybody know?
So yeah, now it's personal.
I'm forgetting it. Who's her? Oh, wait. Okay, that nerd sitting ringside. I don't remember now. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I thought it was a wrestler, but no, so I remember.
I am going.
Exactly what I'm trying to do, Andy. I'm listening to Lyra Valkyria talk right now. And she's trying to sell us this rematch against Becky Lynch at Money in the Bank. It feels like they've been feuding forever. It seems like it. And now Becky Lynch is coming out.
Sounds like we're gonna hear some thoughts on that.
So we had Lyra Valkyria come out, and she was basically telling us that, okay, Becky Lynch has scored a rematch at Money in the Bank, and now she tells us that why she hates Becky, why she dislikes her, what Becky's done to her, how she got in her fiance's face, disrespected them, whatnot. And now Becky's coming out, and let's see what she has to say.
You cost me my opportunity. I was done with you. I was on to bigger and better things because, okay, you won a match. You won a match. I won the night. Because I went home with my hot husband and you went off to the hospital with your weird little fiance.
That's so funny.
Hot husband, you mean the only talented thing about you.
That's so funny. That's so funny. So Becky Lynch taking a shot at Lyra Valkyria's fiance.
You could have just let all of this go. You could have just let it go, but you couldn't. You know what? Because you know I am the best thing that has ever happened to you. And I am the best thing that has ever happened to that title.
Becky, that is not the flex you think it is. You're acting like you graciously stepped aside and shared your spotlight and brought me into the conversation. People are talking about me because I beat you.
That's right, Andy.
Okay. You say I steal all of these opportunities, right? Okay, well, how about this? If you're so confident, you're so cocky, how about this? How about at Money in the Bank? If you can beat me, I will never challenge you for that title ever again.
Fine, Becky. That's no problem to me. The way I see it, I beat you twice, and the last time I did it with my eyes closed.
She says she beat Becky with her eyes closed. That's funny.
You did not let me finish. Because, you know, there's something that I keep remembering, right? When you took the title from me at NXT, very quick roll-up, it wasn't really a decisive win. When you took the title from me, the good person that I am, what did I do after that match? Do you remember? I graciously raised your hand.
I tell you what, Becky Lynch right now is proving exactly why Liv Morgan was chosen for the movie role and not Becky. She's a terrible actress, I'll tell you that. This promo sounds as weird as it gets. Wow.
What do you say?
Becky, I've never had an issue raising the hand of a woman who's better than me. That's just never been you yet.
Confidence exploding. The Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria had a win by Lyra a week from Saturday at Money in the Bank. Beat confirmed.
This has got to be the most boring show I've seen in a while. Wow. This is All right, we got what do we have here? Sounds like Rebecca's in her head. You're right about that. True, totally right. And now we got Sami Zayn coming out. Is it time for the main event already? It seems like it. I'm glad it is. I'm glad it is. Oh, come on, Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross.
Like the SmackDown Challenge WWE Championship. No! You gotta do it your way.
Karrion, at least he wrestles.
You know you're never gonna win the title, right?
At least he wrestles, Karrion. You just talk. What a stupid guy, Karrion Kross. What a stupid man. I want to slap the smile off his face. What a stupid guy. Come on, Karrion Kross. All he can do is call out Sami Zayn. Like he's like a bee, all right? He's got nothing to do. He sits around all day. He'll sting you, hoping to be relevant somehow. Crazy guy. Stupid ass guy. I'll tell you that. We got True saying Becky will win. Seems like it. Otherwise, they're going back and forth. They gotta keep milking it. I think Becky's gonna win. And Andy says, I disagree. Becky was fine in the Ms. Marine movie. Really, that's good. I haven't watched it, Andy. That's sweet. I should have downed a few shots of whiskey before watching the show. I probably would have been a good idea. It probably would have been a good idea. This show has been. I got nothing to say. It's been a bad show. And we got AJ WWE has become the seems like it, and he seems like it, brother. But again, Money in the Bank, it's gonna be the Women's Intercontinental title on the line. We know that Lara is going up against Becky Lynch, and Becky has said that when I win the match, you gotta hold my arm and you gotta raise it up in victory. Lara has agreed to it, so let's see how this goes. The Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, by the way, seems good. We got Julia, Roxanne, we got Alexa Bliss, and we got Rhea Ripley. 2 more to go. Let's see who's that gonna be, because that's Liv Morgan is not gonna be one of them. That's for certain. Liv Morgan is not gonna be one of them. So let's see who it'll turn out to be. And men's Money in the Bank, we got LA Knight, we got Solo Sikoa, we got Penta. Out of these 3, Solo winning would probably make a little bit of sense. Even though I don't want to see him with the World Championship, but I think it would make a little bit sense. LA Knight winning anything would make no sense. Like, why would LA Knight win anything, and that too in 2025, all right? He doesn't need to win anything in 2025. So LA Knight is now in the briefcase. Penta is now in the briefcase. Solo, maybe. Let's see who else it's got to be. If it turns out to be Seth Rollins, I mean, I would like to be mad, but I wouldn't be even mad, because Seth Rollins, as the previous Money in the Bank holder, did wonders. So who knows? Who knows? But Seth Rollins coming out right now. It is main event time. Thank you for the main event already. Thank you for not dragging this to a 3-hour show. It's great that we are down to the main event already. Seth Rollins, Sammy, and Finn Balor. Finn Balor had been laughing. He's been laughing a lot, tonight. He's been laughing a lot. Let's see if he actually gets the last laugh on the show here tonight by winning the match. Money in the Bank, I believe, is June 7th, Andy. It's June 7th. And we got Solo, says Nigel. That's right, I love you, Solo. It's gonna be Solo. That's what everybody's talking about. Let's see. I mean, I would not be mad if it's Solo, honestly. I would have no problems with that. I'll take Solo winning it. Actually, I would like to take Finn Balor winning it. Like, can you imagine Finn Balor winning the championship once again, finally, after all these years? Would be great. I would love that. I would love that so much, but who knows? Who knows? I know Bad Pro spoke, right? I mean, the dumb is what you can say, right? Dumb is what you can say. Right. Wow. Seth Rollins. By the way, I got a question. What's Randy Orton up to these days? I mean, obviously he lost to John Cena. So does that mean that he's not gonna show up now? Is he done, or what is he gonna do? What's next for Randy Orton? I got questions. Seems like it's been a while that we've seen him, anyways. And yeah. I guess you guys must be on commercial right now. I'm not no commercial. I'm watching the show at the moment, and Seth Rollins is on the apron, spending some time staring into the audience as the audience is dancing and singing along to the song of a heel. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll tell you what, Paul Heyman is serving as their advocate, good for him. But the aura that Paul Heyman had, when he came out with the Roman Reigns is unmatched. It's like, this is like a very cheap Wish or Temu version of like Amazon right now. This is like, it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare.
Described who Braun Breaker was, future WrestleMania main event. He described who Austin Reed was. Then he has this
I gotta keep walking like Jey Uso, right?
Seth freaking Rollins for what he is. They feel like they're unflappable. For good reason.
I mentioned it last week and said it again tonight, Pat, because I firmly believe that in such a short period of time since WrestleMania, Seth Rollins has changed the entire landscape of this industry. The thing about Seth, he's done it a number of times in his career. The Shield, the Authority, Money in the Bank, first world champion, and of course now with this new group.
Man, I really hope that Finn Balor wins this thing and then goes on to win the briefcase. I really hope so. I really, really, really hope so. Finn Balor on his way out right now. You're right, totally right about that, Andy. Very well said. I think that's a great comparison. Rollins isn't stressing Heyman out like Roman did. Yeah, that's true. Heyman is able to do all that he wants to do right now, but with Roman, all he could do was join his hands together. That's all he could do. You're right about that. It'd be nice having Balor win. I know it'd be great to have Balor win it. Balor hasn't won a world title since forever, right? So I think it's about time. Yeah, he's still in his peak. He's still in great shape. It's about time you give this guy a world title shot once again. I would say Balor and Jey Uso feuding would be also pretty good. I would take it. Right now, Jey Uso has just been tossed and thrown around. It's been awful. So, and Balor would make for a great champion, a much better champion than Gunther will ever be. That's for certain as well. This guy's got charisma. He's got the looks. He can laugh. We know he can laugh. He's got jokes. So I'll say Balor, go for it. Win this damn match and win the freaking briefcase. Yeah. Solo will cost Jacob in his qualifying match. Interesting right there. Okay. All right.
Having the Money in the Bank briefcase would certainly be a way to do that. Finn Balor's been a world champion before.
I guess we're back from the commercial, right? I think so.
80% of the time, men cash in the contract. They win a world championship.
Would change a lot for the Judgment Day. Finn Balor would be the leader. And who knows what type of chaos would happen following.
Let's go. Sami Zayn is on his way out right now. Me too. I would want him to do that as well. I would want him to bring back the face paint and stuff as well. I'm not sure what's keeping him from doing it. I know that he said that chapter is in the past right now. He's in a different direction. He doesn't want to bring it back right now. He said it already. But I think it's about time. Like, do it, brother. Like, you got to do it. Like, what would the guy, what's his name? The guy who plays Weenam, the character behind Weenam, right? Eddie. What would Eddie be without Weenam, right? He needs the symbiote. He needs Weenam. Like, Eddie can live a normal life. Eddie can have, a fiance. Eddie can have friends. He can have work. He can have, everything that he does. But at the end of the day, Eddie is Weenam. and Weenam is Eddie. Like they cannot exist without each other. Similarly, Finn Balor needs that side of him as well, and he needs to bring it out for the big matches, the big moments. But he hasn't done so in a while. And now, right at the bat, it is Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn going up against each other. And, obviously Finn Balor was enjoying the show, but he chooses not to just be a spectator. He goes after Sami Zayn, grabs him, sends him headfirst into the turnbuckle. And now we got a series of punches to Sami Zayn right now. I respect Sami Zayn because unlike Karrion Kross, who sits in the alley, it's surprising because Karrion Kross and Scarlett are apparently not even allowed in the locker room. That's why they had to sit in like that. I don't even know. Like it seemed like somewhere in a dark room in the alley, a forgotten room. That's where they had to sit. And I mean, the guy just talks. He just talks. He doesn't wrestle. He doesn't get matches. He just talks. What a weird guy. I don't even know how he got Scarlett Bordeaux. This guy just talks. Yeah, that's it. He just talks. Weenam is Mary Jane now. Interesting story behind it. So this game, the Spider-Man 2 game that came out on the PS5, I don't know if you've played it, but I was playing it some time back, and I was surprised too because what you're saying that Venom is Spider-Man now. Mary Jane actually got the symbiote in that game, and she did become Venom for a little bit over there, for a little bit. It was interesting. Now, True says, easy money for Kross. Yeah, it's easy money for him for certain. But weird. Still weird. We got a chop across the chest right here for Finn Balor to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn taking it back. Another chop across the chest of Seth Rollins. Finn Balor out there. Look at this guy. Look at him. Throwing those punches. And now Seth Rollins has had enough. He's fighting Finn Balor back. So Finn and Sami, they go a long way. Had it not been for that buckle up power bomb to the barricade in that corner in 2015, Finn Balor, he would have still been champion. He would have survived that match. He would have done well, and he would have had a successful and a nice title reign. But he had to drop the title the next day because of that move, because Seth Rollins dislocated his shoulder when he tossed him to the barricade. So Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, they go a long way. And I hope that Finn Balor gets his revenge on Rollins by winning this match tonight and pinning Rollins for it. Really, is that where the story is going right now with Mary Jane? That is quite interesting. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Honestly, true, you're right about that, because if Sami wins, that unlocks a whole different arc. That's a story of its own. If Sami wins and he wins the briefcase, it's got to be so good, because this guy is the babiest of the baby faces, right? As we know, he's the underdog of the underdogs, and finally to get that taste of being a world champion, how would that turn out to be? That journey, the cash-in, it's got to be a drama unlike any other. The dilemma, right? All that stuff, the good or the bad. It'll be a whole different adventure. I would like that. I would like to see it, actually. I would want Sami to win as well. I mean, I would not be against it. Better than LA Knight. Much better than LA Knight for certain. By the way, guys, next time we meet each other, it's got to be Wednesday night for Dynamite, for AEW. Not going to be here for NXT, but I'll be here for AEW Dynamite Wednesday night. So that's the next we meet each other. Oh, chop across the chest of Finn Balor. Sami Zayn is bringing in the heat. Thank you, Andy. Really appreciate that. And I guess we're back from from the commercial now. I never realized you were on commercial, but we're back here. Feeling hungry. What time do you guys usually have your breakfast? I think I never usually feel hungry in the morning, but I guess it's because when you wake up at 4 and then you talk for like 2 hours straight, I guess you get hungry. Maybe I need some Snickers. And we got a nice suplex right here from Sami Zayn to Finn Balor. Finn Balor rolling to the apron right here. Sami's feeling it. Actually, I was rooting for Finn Balor all this while, but ever since True mentioned Sami winning it, and I imagined the whole thing in my head. I'm kind of rooting for Sami Zayn right now. Let's do it, actually. Let's get it. Let's get it, Sami. Let's get it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So apparently CM Punk earlier had an issue with WWE's deal with Saudi Arabia, but then it turned out that CM Punk had no problem going to Saudi Arabia. He was actually going to go to the show. But I read recently that apparently he's not going to the show again. So don't know where he stands right now in Saudi and the event that's going to take place over there. But it was like an on and off. Sometimes in the past he was not okay, but then seemed like he was okay. And now we don't know if he's going to go there or not. Obviously, Sami Zayn is now allowed in there. So it's good. I don't know who was Sami Zayn acknowledging over there. Roman Reigns? With a finger up? I think so. What a guy. What a loyal guy, right? He's loyal to the tribal chief, the OTC. That's right. You're right about that, True. At the end of the day, all about money. All about money. And if you can justify it, right? I mean, everything a person does is for money, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah. I think so too, True. I think it's gonna be good. Especially, I want to see what Hangman does, or what turns out to be. I'm totally gonna be comparing tonight's Raw to Dynamite this Wednesday. I'm totally gonna be comparing them because, wow, Raw was a slobber knocker tonight. And now we got Finn Balor running over to Sami Zayn, who's actually on the top turnbuckle. Finn Balor on the apron, now climbing to the second rope here. Sami Zayn with a shot to the back of Balor, tosses him off the apron. Look at Sami right here. He's being targeted by everybody, but he's fighting both of them back. He's doing it pretty well right so far. And Finn Balor is obviously down, and now Sami Zayn also taking out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins now on the second rope. Sami could be going for a crazy power bomb right there from Sami Zayn to Seth Rollins, and he goes for the cover. It was a near fall, but Finn Balor breaking it up. Sabu Zayn, that's right. Obviously, thinking of Sabu. Prayers go out to him, his family, his friends, fans. What a guy. What a legend. God bless. Ron is going to go for the pedigree on Finn Balor. Finn Balor, though. Seth going for the pedigree on Sami Zayn, but Finn Balor taking out Seth Rollins early. This could be a mistake. Finn Balor is looking for the big one on the top turnbuckle. He's climbing to the top. I think it's going to be a mistake. I do feel so. There's no way. That's right. Sami Zayn gets up. I knew he was going to get up. Sami Zayn gets up. But I also like it because I want Sami Zayn to win now, courtesy of True. I want him to win. Nah, Seth Rollins is going to pick up the pieces, but Sami Zayn is going to go for the superplex to Finn Balor off the top, and Seth Rollins with the frog splash on Sammy, taking him out. All men are down right now because obviously the frog splash, you feel that impact too on yourself. Even if you're the one who's going for it, you'll feel the impact. And Seth Rollins is feeling it right now. With that being said, we go to a commercial again. But thank God for Netflix International that we get none. We're here once again. All three men are down right now. The commercial will go on for about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And all three men down and out at the moment as we speak. You're right. So, has there been a bigger failure when it comes to Paul Heyman, guys, than Curtis Axel and Ryback? And if we talk about the two, who was a bigger failure? Was it Ryback or was it Curtis Axel? They were. I cannot believe how high they were on Ryback that they actually decided to make him a Paul Heyman guy. At least for a very, very, very brief period, they tried, couldn't do it. Curtis Axel, they really tried with Curtis Axel. Paul Heyman really, really tried to, get him up to a level of a main eventer. Couldn't do it. I know people were quite hopeful when it came to Curtis Axel. I never saw the X Factor, but people did apparently. Some people did. I guess mostly because of the family that he comes from. Ryback failed. Ryback failed hard. Failed hard, miserably hard.
Very thankful for this city, this arena, this state.
I was pulling a Jey Uso. You're thinking, why was AJ walking here and there? I was pulling a Jey Uso. That's what I was doing. And the match still goes on. Sami Zayn picking up some momentum. Now he's got some punches that he's landing on both Finn Balor and Sami Zayn, left and right. And Seth Rollins, left and right. Sami Zayn has picked up some momentum over here.
Slugfest here to see who qualifies for Money in the Bank. Will it be Seth Rollins? Will it be Sami Zayn? Will it be Finn Balor? First man to gain pinfall or submission will win this matchup.
These three men were just punching each other in circles, kicking each other in the face. All out brawl here to get the Money in the Bank.
Now Rollins stomping away at Sami Zayn. Again, physical exhaustion setting in for all three of these men. Balor just glanced up at the briefcase. Now Rollins says, let's make this one-on-one. Or maybe not. So, hey, let's kill him. Yeah, let's form a bit of an alliance and make it between me and you for the contract.
The architect there trying to negotiate mid-match.
Nothing surprises me when it comes to Rollins.
And Paul Heyman, remember.
Now both men have Sami Zayn in trouble. Sami somehow trying to fight out of this predicament. Talked about this before.
It's very interesting. True, you mentioned Sami Zayn might win, but it's very interesting because I've been noticing that both the men have turned their attention towards Sami Zayn. He was supposedly the underdog in this match, but the way that it's going, it seems like he's turned into the top dog. Like everybody. Both of these guys want to take out Sami. Both of them are kind of working together to take out Sami. But Sami has been unstoppable here. But Finn Balor rolling him up. Obviously, it's got to be a kick out, and he does kick out at a 2 right there. But really, look at Sami Zayn here. Doesn't come across as an underdog at all. He comes across as a top dog in this match. I really want to see this guy win the Money in the Bank briefcase now. I really do. I really do. Yeah.
All three men trying to find a different gear, a deeper gear.
Rollins back to his feet. Balor as well. Now looking for a pedigree on Finn Balor, who counters. Waistlock. Roll through.
Rollins gonna go for the pedigree deliver right there on Finn Balor, going for the cover. Rollins, but Sami Zayn rolling up Rollins for the cover. Rollins kicks out. Man, Rollins not gonna go for the pedigree on Sami Zayn. He delivers it. Pedigree, Sami. There's no way. Sami's gonna kick out. Sami kicks out. Sami's winning this match, guys. He's winning the match. He kicked out of the pedigree. He's winning the match. He's winning it. Sami is winning it. It's as clear as day. He's winning the match. Yeah, Paul Heyman is sweating as well. I didn't see Paul Heyman sweating like that when Brock Lesnar fought the Taker at Mania. And stomp. He's got to go for the stomp on Sami. Obviously, Sami's got to get out of the way. There's no way. There's no way he's going to stomp Sami. Sami gets out of the way. Oh, dear. He was going to go for the Thunder Bomb, but once again, does a Thunder Bomb delivered from Sami to Seth. Goes for the cover. Seth kicks out at 1.5. But there's no way in hell that Sami does not win the match. The guy kicked out of the pedigree. The guy dodged a stomp. Delivered the Thunder Bomb. He's been dominating all around. Both Seth and Finn Balor have been targeting him. Sami Zayn, guys, is winning this match. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. I'm telling you that right now. This guy needs to go to the Money in the Bank briefcase match, and he needs to win that briefcase. This guy needs to win that briefcase. He does. He really does. How cool would it be when Kevin Owens returns, Sami Zayn would have the World Championship around his waist? That would be so cool. And then we get Kevin versus Sami in a world title match. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How cool would that be, right? Can you imagine Kevin, Sami, world title? Heck yeah. Yo, that would be cool. That would be a win-win situation because I would be okay with Sami winning, but I would also love if Kevin Owens were to win and take away that world title. Heck yeah. Would love that. Talk about it. Talk to me about it. Now, Exploder right there to Seth Rollins. But you know what? Finn Balor has been resting for way too long. So, obviously, whenever Sami goes for the cover, Finn Balor is going to step in. Break it. Oh, he steps in already. There he goes. Finn Balor looking for the drop kick on Sami Zayn, obviously. And he does. He drops kicks Sami Zayn, sending Sami straight to Seth Rollins, who's actually in that corner. Now, Finn Balor climbing to the top turnbuckle. He's looking for the big one. Now, wow, could have cried, but he couldn't do it. Stomp to Finn Balor. Sami Zayn is going to pick up the pieces there for a Helluva kick right there. Two from Sami Zayn. Two Seth Rollins going for the cover. Is going to be a kick out. Oh, wow, look at that. Braun Breaker getting involved. Wow. Braun Breaker gets involved right there. Finally, Jey Uso does something tonight. Finally. About time. About time. A spear to Jey Uso. I don't know why. Jey Uso is the world champion. He doesn't feel important though. Like he shows up here like he's nothing. I don't know. Doesn't feel like a champion. Look, this is the big difference, right? This guy, Dominic, he comes out wearing his belt. Jey Uso's not wearing his belt. Like, that's a big difference right there. Oh, dear. Rollins? Screw this shit. Oh, finally. Finally, Punk is here. Good to see you, Anil. Welcome. Great to see you. All right, Punk setting Seth Rollins to sleep right there, obviously. GTS delivered from CM Punk to Rollins. And he's out of here. But come on, guys. Seth Rollins wins it. Like, Sami Zayn is never going to be world champion, right? Like, he's never going to be world champion. Come on. The guy can't even qualify for the Money in the Bank briefcase match. Are you kidding? So, LA Knight qualifies, but Sami can't even qualify to the briefcase match? Okay. All right. Yeah, good point there, True. Good point, brother. Good point. What a stupid-ass match show. They needed CM Punk. They needed CM Punk, you know, I guess to improve the aftertaste of the show. It was nice to see CM Punk, but the show, my gosh, the show was terrible. What a terrible show. From the start to the end, what a terrible show. Anyways, it was fun watching with all of you. You guys are the ones who make it fun, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the love. And I tell you what, I had a lot of fun doing the watch along standing tonight, right? It was great. It was great. So maybe we'll do a lot more standing watch alongs. I think it's a good time. And we got Broman saying thanks for the watch along. Thank you, Broman, for being here. By the way, just like I said, we're not going to be here for NXT tomorrow, but we are going to be here Wednesday night for Dynamite. You know, the show last night was so damn good, Double or Nothing, that we have to be watching Dynamite to find out what happens next. We're going to be here for Dynamite. Thank you, Ricky, for the 10 out of 10. Really appreciate that. Underwhelming finish. I was surprised that the match actually came to an end like that. I was surprised by that. I was not expecting. It was a very abrupt ending, to be honest. Very, very abrupt ending. Sami Zayn was nowhere to be seen. Seth Rollins just pinned him. He got pinned. I did not see that coming. It was an abrupt ending. And also, if you look at the time, the show was not too long either. It was a little under 2 hours and 30 minutes. So they obviously didn't have a lot of content planned for the show tonight. Hopefully next week is going to be better, because next week is literally the go-home show for Money in the Bank. So they got no option but to make it a good show. So let's see how it turns out to be. Andy, thank you so much for the love. Really appreciate that. No Trick tomorrow. Well, Trick is going to be there tomorrow, Ricky. Whoop that Trick, because he's going to be there as the TNA champion, so it's going to be interesting. But I hope you all enjoy the show. I hope you all enjoy watching NXT tomorrow. Broman says, I hope Swerve leaves the staple till Wednesday. Well, let's see, brother. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But, you know, hopefully he's already got it out of his tongue. That's crazy. Like, who agrees to get his tongue stapled? That's some crazy stuff right there. That's right, Ricky. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. That's right. Love that. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for the love. I hope you all have a good night. Sleep well. Take care. It was a terrible Raw, but it was a fantastic time watching the show with all of you. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a good night. Sleep well. Take care. I'll see you Wednesday for Dynamite, but until then, there's going to be a lot of content posted on Instagram and YouTube, so stay tuned. Thank you so much. Take care. See you Wednesday. Much love.